Okay, I think I'm streaming. Of course, let's always do the audio check because, you know. Of course, let's always do the audio check. Hey, I'm already hearing myself. That's good. Hey, I'm already hearing myself. That's good. All right. Okay, let me pause that. Okay. All right, awesome. We'll do this. Okay, cool. I can see myself. Uh, card tricks, time traveling. All right, yeah. I think I'm live. All right. Let me also notify my Discord. All right, there we go. Cool. Um, all right. Let me also go ahead and put on cheating gloves. And if anybody doesn't know what cheating gloves are, it is this stuff. Sort quick. So, just so I get tactility on cards. If anybody has not seen me do this before, well, you just didn't come early enough to stream. I usually try and do it right away, but sometimes some things happen. Whoa, what an entrance. Guys, Feldon Kane has beamed in to the chat. Welcome in, Feldon Kane. How's it going? So I'm starting a little bit, quote unquote, earlier than I normally do. Well, to the United States, it's a little bit earlier than usual, but to other streamers or other people outside of the United States, it's probably later for them because we just had a time change here. So, but anyway, welcome in, Feldon Kane. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. How's your weekend? Guys, if you're not following our friend Feldon Kane, please give Feldon Kane a follow. Feldon Kane, variety game streamer. Thank you, for the shout out. You're welcome. No problem. Also, Feldon Kane named after Feldon Kane, Feldon's Kane, Magic the Gathering. Here we are. So I don't know if these are valuable enough that I should probably sleeve them, but they are currently not. So I mean, I think it's been reprinted. It's probably okay. These are older versions. Wait, are there new Feldon? Yeah, there are, but are they cheap? Maybe I can just buy a few. So I can have... Going pretty well, thanks. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, Chronicles cards are worth nothing. All right, so two of these are worth nothing, and then two of these are, I think, like fourth edition because they don't have the Chronicles symbol on it. So, but yeah, Gibson Lens, welcome in. How's it going, Bert? Hopefully you're doing well. I've been seeing across the Twitchiverse people have been playing Keeper. I think so far from what I've seen, I've tried not to spoil myself, but like I saw some people, and it looks like everybody's enjoying the gameplay. So I am looking forward to one day when I play. Actually, you know what? If when and if I play Keeper, I will let you know. That way we can make sure that you can make it. But guys, you're not following our friend and mod Gibson Lens, aka Bert. Definitely give him a follow. All right, so I just got my cheating gloves on. We'll go ahead and do this, turning things on. We'll do this for chat. And then I will go ahead and do Magician's Choice. So there's a version of this trick that I've been practicing. I practiced it last stream, but I didn't think it was like the best or perfect. So I'm like, all right. But anyway, um, yeah, I can't complain. I mean, I can complain, but it's mostly going to be the state of economy and tech companies and loyalty to employees or loyalty, that kind of thing. So it's like, Anyway, if you guys have been sitting around for a while and you're not hydrated, please feel free to hydrate. Tonight I'm having indigo punch tea. I probably should not warm up with this, but alas, that's what we're doing. It's probably better if I mess this up early when there's fewer people here than when there's a lot of people here. So it's okay. I can mess this one up. It's fine. All right. Show a bunch of cards. I think as part of this trick, I end up showing like each coin underneath each card, very frequently, just so that you can be assured that everything is still where it's supposed to be. So we end up doing something like this, and then we end up doing something like this, and then we end up doing something like, you don't see that coin. I mean, you can see it because, there's one there, but anyway, it's okay. Ready? 1, 2. There we go. All right. I think I have to get better at that one. I was not truly satisfied, but it's not really on the trick list yet, so happens pretty quick. All right, but shh. Artsy James, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you kindly for the raid. We've literally just done a practice warm-up stream, so Artsy James, welcome in. How's it going? We were actually just getting started. Perfect timing. Yeah, thank you for the shout out to Artsy James. Guys, if you're not following our new friend Artsy James, let me go ahead and give you a follow. I'm not sure if we have crossed paths, and if we have, I'm sorry. But I just gave you a follow, so let's see here. Let's see what Artsy James, streaming traditional art, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, mostly pencils, ink, pastels. Come practice your figure drawing with me on Sundays. Awesome. It is Sunday, so I presume that you just wrapped up. That would make sense. Lurked here a few times. You raided Mokoi a while ago. Oh yes, I did raid Mokoi. Yes, and that was a fun time because I think I met some other magicians there. Or no, wait, no, I forget. No, it was P1. I don't know. Anyway, but thank you so much for the raid, Artsy James. How was your stream? Hopefully it went well. And thank you for bringing your community over. By the way, my name is Nam, and I am known as Crazy Asian, spelled this weird way on Twitch, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic. So, mostly card magic. I do a couple of things related to tricks, non-cards, but RT James says, went well, had some fun with chaotic drawings. Excellent. Yeah, I actually lurked in a couple of art streams the last couple of days because everybody was doing like Halloween themed art streams, or like creepy or like horror type drawings. So they were pretty cool. Things are coming out. But excellent. So RT James, I'm not sure if you've been here and you saw people requesting tricks. You are more than welcome to request a trick from my trick list. I actually use a musician's streamer song list, but instead of having any songs in it, there's no songs in it. It's all tricks. One of which is not magic, but everything is a trick. So anyway, if you want to request some magic, but you don't know what to request, you can do !random, and that'll put something in there. But in the meantime, I can go ahead and do a trick that I normally would do for new people that I see, because I would show them this. Oh, welcome in Charlie's Beats. How's it going? I have to do the eyes. I don't want to be left out. So let's go ahead and do that. But welcome in, Charlie. How's it going? All right, so let's go ahead and start with this trick for our raider, Artsy James. So we have a deck of cards. Most of them are signed. About 3/4 of it is signed. But if anybody would like to select a card, especially Artsy James, if you would like to select a card, feel free to call it out. Doesn't matter that I know what it is, so feel free. And we will progress with the trick. Four of Hearts. Four of Hearts says, Artsy James. All right, so the Four of Hearts. This has been signed by somebody. Excellent. So it is unique. There's no other card like this in the universe, as far as I know, unless Bao has created it. I'm going to go ahead and place it into the middle. If I snap my fingers, that will actually bring the Four of Hearts from the middle back up to the top. I know, strange to believe, but I'm going to go ahead and take it and put it back in the middle of the deck. If I snap again, that will bring it back up to the middle. Or sorry, back up to the top from the middle. Some people don't believe I actually put it in there. I'm going to go ahead and actually put it in there, because if I show you the top card before I snap, it's actually not it. But if I snap, that will bring it from the middle back up to the top. Now, some people believe that magicians will hide a card, sometimes on the top, sometimes on the bottom. I'm going to leave this sticking out so you'll know that it's the same card. And you'll know because it's the Four of Hearts signed. And I will take it and place it in the middle of this packet. I'll take this whole packet and place it in the middle of this packet. And importantly, if I show you the card on the top, that's not it, that's some other card. If I show you the card on the bottom, that's not it. It's when we snap. That will bring it from the middle all the way up to the top. And that, my friends, is the first trick I usually show most people. When I randomly see people out in the world, I start off with this. Thank you kindly for the claps, Artsy James, and once again, thank you so much for the raid. And oh, look at that! This we've got the what is that? That's shiny D. Shiny doggies. Okay, I don't think I've come across that emote before. That's kind of funny. Okay, let me see here. Let me know when back. Thank you kindly for the claps, Feldenkane. Thank you kindly for the applause, Scalesers. Welcome in, Scalesers. How's it going? Welcome in, Chan the Magic Man. How's it going? And thank you for the 5-stream watch streak, Scalesers. Thank you for the Prime sub. Greatly appreciate it. How are you doing, Scalesers? Hopefully you're doing well. Let me try and find Scalesers signed card. I vaguely remember. Yep, here we go. Scalesers signed card, 9 of clubs. There we go. Chan the Magic Man says, "Wow, so early, WTF?" Scalesers says, "No problem, I'm good. Just checking in for the first time in a bit." Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it anytime you want to check in. I forgot you did those cards. Yeah, so anybody who actually, yeah, if anybody wants information on signing cards, I got a little blurb about it. But anybody who supports at the gift sub 500 bits or lots of channel points, then you get to sign a card. And if you request a trick, I try and use your card. If not, you just get a cameo every time the card comes up, which, there's a lot of cards. I use a lot of cards. So, all right. Chan the Magic Man says, "Oh yeah, wow, so early, WTF? Don't you usually start around 10:30ish?" Chan the Magic Man, you are absolutely correct. I normally do. However, today I started earlier because we time traveled, and sure, to the entire United States that observes daylight savings time, I am early. But to the rest of the world, I was a half an hour late today. So, depending on my audience, I understand most of my audience is in the United States, but I didn't think anybody was going to mind if I started a little bit earlier. So, I was ready to pin the trick list. Oh, yeah. Nope, I got it. I got it done because I started basically at 10, I think. And also, thank you for feeding me this heat map, whoever it was. Delicious. All right, there we go. Oh, I see that we do have a request. Let's go ahead and let's see here. We'll clear this. All right, so Artsy James has requested a trick called the Devil's Elevator. Excellent. The name Devil's Elevator caught my eye. Yeah, it is a very thematic trick. I enjoy it. Actually, I've heard from several other people that when they've seen just random tricks in my stream, the one that they remember for some reason is this one. And I'm like, nice. So let's go ahead and get ready to perform the Devil's Elevator. I am pulling out a bunch of cards here, and then we will need actually, I don't know why I could do this open. This is there's nothing hidden here. I'm just okay. So here we've got almost number 169. Nice. Also, why did I say almost? Oh yeah, no. Tonight is stream, everybody. Tonight is stream 169. Nice. All right. So, you know what's better than 169? 269. There we go. Okay. All right. So this trick is called the Devil's Elevator, and we've got the red sixes and nines. Not necessarily just related to the meme or the stream number, but because I wanted to grab the cards that at certain angles, if I place this, you'll see like 666 because it's the devil, right? And then over here we have the 2, 3, 4, and the 5 of clubs. So I'm just going to go ahead and place the 4 red sixes and nines over here. And then I'm going to place the 5, 4, 3, and 2 over here. And you'll see why I use those numbers specifically, okay? So we'll place the 5 right here, the 4 over here, 3 down here. We'll place the 2 right on the top. Now, I want you to think of hell not just as a religious place. It is a business. And as all great businesses, there exists a maintenance elevator. So if you ever find yourself, let's pretend you find yourself as the 2 of clubs, and you find yourself in the second level of hell, so the first, second, third, fourth, fifth level of hell, you'll know how to get out because all you need to do is go find the devil's elevator. You get right in. Andrew War, welcome in. You press the button, and then the elevator dings, just like that. Welcome in, Andrew War. How's it going? And then you'll get up to the surface, which is the top level of hell, which is the one closest to the surface, and this is the one that you can easily escape from. I know, is that strange? Very strange, right? But actually, here's our 3. And if I place that here in the third level of hell, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, we go ahead and place that into the devil's elevator. Ding! Oh my god. Everybody's really wants to get out of hell today because the dings are happening so quickly. I don't know if you guys can tell, but look, here at the uppermost level, the 3 has made it to the topmost level. Now, some people believe that some people are already in hell, and you know what? You're probably correct. Some people are already in hell. But right now, the 4 is currently right here. We're going to place the 4 in the fourth level of hell. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. And, you know, if you get into the if you're the fourth level of hell, you get into the elevator, you press the elevator button, the elevator does its crazy things. This is like the best thing, the best back design for pressing the elevator button. And then the 4 should rise up to the topmost level of hell. Oh! And there we go. If you guys heard the ding. And here, the uppermost level of hell is the 4. Now, some people believe that there are a lot more people in hell, and to that I would say, yes, you're correct. And there are more levels to hell, too. But we're just using these same 5 cards to represent the levels of hell. And here we go. I'm going to place the 5 clearly at the bottom in the 5th level of hell. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. And that person will get into the elevator, press the elevator button. The elevator will do its elevator thing, rise up to the uppermost level. So go from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. Oh my god, perfect timing, Chan. And if we take a look, we have the 5, the topmost level of hell, and can escape the most with the most ease. And that, my friends, is the Devil's Elevator. Thank you kindly for the claps and the applause. Andrew Ward, Chan the Magic Man, thank you kindly for all those dings. Thank you for that request as well at Archie James. And Bay JMB, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you for the mind blown. And thank you for the applause, Archie James. And once again, thank you for the raid, Archie James. Greatly appreciate it. And hopefully you enjoyed that. And then also, I know that we said hi, but hello, Andrew War. Welcome in. How's it going? Welcome in, Scalesers. And welcome in, Chan the Magic Man. All right, I know all you guys kind of came in like during various parts of that trick, but welcome in. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Good to see you. All right. So we are off to a brisk start. Brisk start. All right. Next up, we have a trick request from Chan the Magic Man. Speaking of which, guys, we've been sitting around for a while and you're not hydrated. Please feel free to hydrate. I'm having herbal tea. The flavor is it's called Indigo Punch. Okay, Andrew War says, just came here for a trick or two. Hope you're having a great night. Thank you, Andrew War. I am. I had kind of a how should I say busy day, and then I was hoping to be able to like unwind and chill out, but I was like, oh, maybe I'm hoping it'll be hype tonight because it is stream 169, and I've also promised chat to use a specific deck of cards later, so we will use that deck later. But thanks for coming by, Andrew War, and yeah, you can stay as long as you would like, and if you need to do other stuff, totally understand. E-Room, welcome in. You know what? I said E-Room before I even looked up to check, but I somehow just knew. So, welcome in, E-Room. How's it going? How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Welcome to Magic Stream number 169. It's not stream number because I stream more than 169 times, but it's Magic Stream 169. So, hi Nam. All right. Oh yeah, guys, if you're not following our friend E-Room, please give E-Room a follow. And let me see here. Do we miss any other? Did I get everybody else who streams? Oh, and guys, if you're not following our friend and mod Chan the Magic Man, definitely give Chan the Magic Man a follow as well. And then also, if you're not following our friend Charlie's Beats, please give Charlie's Beats a follow. And then, all right, I think we got everybody else right. Okay, cool. If you're a streamer and we haven't chatted you out and you would like one, let us know. I'm also interested in always like seeing whoever is a streamer too. Sometimes I just don't know. Okay, so all right, just in case Andrew War has to go, let's go ahead and get started with this next trick. So we have actually, I was going to use the jacks because I normally do, but we will use the queens because Chan the Magic Man requested this, and I try and use the signed card by that person if possible. Okay, all right, so here we go. We've got the 4 queens. Let me introduce you to them. We have the Queen of Diamonds. We have the Queen of Spades. We have the Queen of Hearts. And we have the Queen of Clubs. So actually the Queen of Clubs is Chan the Magic Man. And Chan the Magic Man knows how to recall all of the magic when necessary. And let me just go ahead and place the other queens into different parts of the deck. So this one's going to go towards the bottom, which will represent a trick that is at the bottom of the magic bag. And then this one will go kind of in the middle, which will be like a trick that is in around the middle of the magic bag. And then this one is near the top but not too close to the top, which is going to represent a trick near the top of the magic bag. Now, if you are not following our friend and mod Chan the Magic Man, Chan the Magic Man is a fellow magician that does magic on Twitch, and if you give him a follow, you can catch him on Magic Mondays, where he'll do magic as well on Mondays. Now, at this point, though, let's pretend Chan needs to get to all of the tricks in his magic bag, and he says, "Okay, magic bag, give me all those tricks." He can easily find them all because they have all come back up to the top so that he can do his magic show. I usually end this as a helicopter, but I don't know if the helicopter makes sense. You know what? Chan can do a magic trick, and a helicopter can appear. Anyway, the story that I normally tell is like it's called the trick's called Four Burglars, and they normally steal things and they get away in a helicopter. But today it's Chan the Magic Man getting all of his magic tricks from the magic bag. And if you take a look, there's no other queens, so there they are. Thank you kindly for that request, Chan the Magic Man, and thank you for clearing that, Chan. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, Artsy James, and there we go. Yeah, Chan has signed the Queen of Clubs, and the Queen of Clubs is Chan's emote right there. So if you didn't know, thank you kindly for the claps, E-Room. All right, favorite card. That's right. So my favorite card. I don't know if it's my favorite card. It's definitely the card that I will randomly have associated with me. Which, by the way, I said I was going to name it last time, but I did not. So, some people would cheat and they would say it's a Joker, but it's not. And so here, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. There's mine, 7 of Diamonds. Thank you kindly for the claps, Feldenkane. And Chan the Magic Man says E-Room is 3 of Hearts. That's correct. So let's show everybody that E-Room is the 3 of Hearts. Boom. There you go. All right. Okay. So the moment has come for me to show off the deck. By the way, this deck is maybe not safe for work. Well, here's the thing. It's not technically illegal or anything. It's just suggestively risque. It's maybe the best way I could describe it. So, incoming ad break. Oh, okay. Thank you for the warning, Chan. Let's go ahead and, in the interim, I'll do a coin matrix to pass the time. Hopefully the coin matrix itself is still visual enough. So, let's see, 4 coins, 4 cards, place the coins in 4 corners, and cover each coin with a card. And then we're going to make each coin teleport from corner to corner. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if you saw that, but here we go. 1, 2, and 3. So another one, and last one. 1, 2, and 3. That was the classic coin matrix. Let's go ahead and do the cardless version. I've basically been following it up. So this is almost like one routine now for me. It's like boom, 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 and then we have 1, 2, 3 over here, 1 over there, and there we go. And then I like to do the ending now, where we do this. ads. Okay. We're taking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Excellent. Thank you. And actually, that was also the cardless coin matrix. All right, cool. Amazing, says Bay JMB. Excellent. Thank you kindly. And thank you for the transporter as well. Okay, we're going to do something slightly off menu. I'm actually thinking about adding this to the menu, actually. Uh, Actually, let me just go ahead and do it because I've done it a bunch. I feel comfortable enough. It's going to be clear card coin matrix. And I'll say I came up with this even though there's been variations of it before, but so we'll create that and then we're going to go ahead and do this. Clear card coin matrix. So this is the inaugural. I'm going to put that in the list and then we will have it. We will have it forever. Let's see here. Okay. So we've got these 4 cards here. And then what we are going to be doing with these is I have these clear cards, and we're going to cover each coin with a clear card. And it might be giving things away a little bit, but I don't think it does. I don't think it does. So, and so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to kind of repeat that same trick, except with these clear cards instead. Okay, so. It happens pretty quick. I'm going to make this one jump from here to there. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to make this one jump from here to there. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to make this one jump from here to there. 1, 2, and 3. And now, I don't know if you can tell, some people suspect that there is some things going on with the cards. Here, I'll show you both sides of the cards so that you don't suspect anything. Here's both sides of this one, here's both sides of this one, and both sides of this one. And that, my friends, is the clear card coin matrix. Thank you kindly for clearing that, Chan. And thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man. And E-Room. And LOL. Bay JB, thank you. I found Chan the Magic Man and Crazy Asian from InfoXR yesterday. I'm a hobbyist magician. I did a few streams a while ago, but I want to get back into it soon. Oh, Bay JMB. All right, sounds cool. I was also a hobbyist. Technically, I think people would still consider me a hobbyist. I have never had a paid gig yet. However, my first paid gig is happening in like a week and a half, and then I have another paid gig coming up in 2 weeks. So I will have paid gigs by the end of the month. So yeah, exciting for me. That's so exciting. I know, right? That's absolutely. But yeah, so Bay JMB, I don't know if you were able to catch wait, it was just yesterday, right? So you haven't had the chance to see a Chan the Magic Man stream, but Chan the Magic Man does magic. Oh no, because Chan did a Halloween stream. Oh no, that was 2 days ago. So actually, so did I. I did one 2 days ago. But I structure my stream kind of like a music stream, and I use a song list, but there's no songs in it. It's just all magic. So if anybody wants to request tricks, so Bay JMB, if you happen to know the names of some tricks, you can actually look at my trick list, and if you request one, I'm going to try and remember how to do it. The good news is that this is like a good practice session thing for me because it's like I have to potentially recall one of like 80 of these tricks at any given time. Are you hoping to do magic full time? Well, Bay JMB, I would be willing to do that at this point. If you asked me that maybe 5 months ago, I was thinking no because I have a full time job. But now I am unemployed, so yeah, I'd be willing to do magic full time. Sure. So, long story short, I was a software engineer. Arguably, still am a software engineer, but I am currently an unemployed software engineer. So that's that's currently the situation. But yeah, quote Ed. There's no songs. It's all just magic. Do we have a way to add quotes? Does that work? I don't know if my is my bot. Does my bot have quotes? I don't remember if I let Stream Elements do that. I know that that's a command, but let me let me double check. I may or may not remember how to do this. Let me see. Stream Elements, chat commands, quote. Oh, you know what? I did not have it enabled. However, I just did. So let's see. Aha! Felden Kane, you have instigated a change in stream. I literally just toggled it on, and the first quote was put in by you. So there we go. And that's currently the only quote. Okay. Anyway, the queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Oh, we're doing sus eyes now? Okay. Uh, sus eyes. There we go. Now, let's see. All right. This is the moment that some people have been waiting for. Maybe not everybody, but some people have been waiting for. Let me go ahead and reveal the deck of cards that we can potentially use tonight, and that is, and it did give it a preview last time. So, it is a standard poker size deck, but it is the undressed deck of cards. Yep, that's right. In honor of stream number 169, I have pulled this deck out just really one other time, which was stream 69. So we've waited like 100 Magic streams for this. Yay, says Felden Kane. And then we got more sus. Those are amazing. I love them. So let me pull out the cards. And actually, there is one thing that I need to let me just quickly. So the backs, they have this back design. Nothing crazy there. Um, so, but let me just pull out all the regular standard cards. So the face cards are basically what we're looking for here. And actually, here's a thank you for purchasing the undressed deck. So I have a copy. All right. So here's the standard, so there's nothing special about these. These look like standard bicycle design. And then, here we go, guys. Here we go. We have the clubs. Ready? The clubs are as such. The king of clubs. Yep. And then we have the queen of clubs. And if you look very closely, those are censored. That is a very tiny club that is there. So that's not actually showing anything. It's just showing very tiny clubs. RT James says, "Wow," and everybody's like, "Lol, lol, lol." And then this is the Jack of clubs. I'm actually not sure why the Jack of clubs nipples are also clubs. Just for the so actually, yeah, everybody's nipples I guess are clubs on the clubs. All right, bring these to your next poker night, says Bay Champion. All right, next up we have the spades, Jack of spades, equal nipple rights. And then equal nipples, I guess. You're correct. So just to be consistent. So the king of spades, very brazen. Like if you just take a look, everybody else is kind of, I mean, maybe except for the jack, right? But the king of spades, look at it. He's just standing out in the open, proud, loud and proud, if you will. And here's the queen of spades. Admittedly, she looks bored. And then oh wait, where's the Or the Jack of Spades was first. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and move to the diamonds. We've got the Jack of Diamonds, very timid. The King of Diamonds, sipping wine, and a side profile view. And the Queen of Diamonds. So everything, everything is a diamond on all of the nipples, right? Right. And then finally, we have the hearts. So we've got the Jack of Hearts, also a profile. We've got the King of Hearts. Is he a little bit hairier than the other kings? Or no, all the kings have been pretty hairy. All the kings have been hairy. Actually, all of except for the King of Clubs. The King of Clubs was ripped. like, and then all of the other kings are kind of like dad, like dad bod. So here's dad bod king. But actually, surprisingly, the jacks have been pretty smooth, well shaved, maybe. And then the Queen of Hearts, and she herself is holding a flower, and that is it actually covering the flower is actually covering something. However, I would say you can't actually see it, but if you were here in person, I don't know if you can get a really close up. There's a little tiny red bit, so you can tell that they put the heart there, and the flower is covering up the heart. So Jimmy Page says, "Hey now, how many decks do you think I need to go through in order to learn the Mercury Fold?" Jimmy, that's a great question. I think it's very dependent upon many factors and how dedicated you are, but I would say that you should probably go through at least, I don't know, maybe like 1.5 to 2 decks is reasonable if you're putting in good practice and like record yourself and watch yourself over and make like feedback changes. You could probably do it faster, but like you just want to make sure that you're not just doing it for the sake of doing it, but you're doing it um, for the sake of just trying to make it look good and improve the Sleight, right? Tommy Wonder says at least 100. That's not bad. My guess was like 1 to 2 decks, right? So I mean, that's pretty. That's within the same realm of possibility. But how many takes did it take you? Uh, I'm not fully well versed in the Mercury Fold, if that's what you're asking. But I've probably done the Mercury Fold like 60 times, I'm guessing. So there's like a trick that I will do, and then there's actually two other tricks that I did a Mercury Fold for, and I just practiced it for the purposes of those tricks, but I did not really do it any more than that. Anyway, welcome in, Jimmy Page. How's it going? And then also we have the Jokers. These are their clothes. And there we go. Um, let's see. BJB. I think it depends on how good of a Mercury Fold you want. I mean, yeah, if you just want to get used to doing it, just do it like a few dozen times. You'll get the mechanics. But if you want to make it look good, yeah, do it with the feedback. Give yourself feedback. Be really strict on yourself. Record. Did you learn that for a mystery prediction box? No, I did not. I did not. My friends and I did talk about it for if anybody has seen. So there's this magic product which is like it's an emergency pull in an emergency button, or not a button but like a lever, and so it's a really funny thing because you basically pull the lever and then there's the emergency is like, oh crap, you can't find that card, and then the end is, oh look, there's the card, it was in the emergency box the entire time. So the button, no, sorry, not the button. But anyway, oh, it looks like we have a request for switch in time, so let's go ahead and find. And you know what? Let's use this deck because we've got it out. So let's see. We'll do these, and then let's use red face cards. So boom, boom, and boom. Okay. Oh, because there's a new red button where the prediction card is in the button. Oh, all right. I can imagine that's almost the same. Maybe you might. or might not want a Mercury fold. I don't know. I haven't seen that one, but all right. So here we go. We have, and by the way, thank you for that request, Bay JMB. So this is switch in time, which is very similar to an oil and water trick, but it is done face up, and now we're doing it with these ridiculous cards. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and take a card and place it into the opposite pile. And so you can kind of see that, look, there is a black spot card amongst the red face cards and a red face card amongst the black spot cards. So I'm going to go ahead and square that up. Now, as part of this trick, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. So when magicians do a snap, they say it is just for effect. But I don't know if you saw what I just did. With the snap, I simultaneously contacted both cards that were in the wrong pile, and I kicked them back over to the other card. Because at a quick glance, you would not mix up a black spot card with a almost naked red face card, right? And so, look, we'll take a look. If I show you here, we've got black spot, black spot, black spot, and over here we have red face, red face, red face, red face, right? And so, yeah. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and place two black, and we're going to go ahead and place two red. We'll take two red, place on two black, place on two red. And we're going to go ahead and do that snap again, and we will correct both piles because, look, I don't know if you saw it, but it jumped. If anybody wants to know the science of that, it's actually somehow moving faster than I don't know, the 25 frames per second that my camera and the internet sending to you. But so now if we take a look over here, we've got red face, red face, red face, red face, and then over here we've got black spot, black spot, black spot, black spot. I know, super weird. All right, so I know that this is the face up version, but we do one thing face down for this trick. And here's the part. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this black spot card with this red face card, and then here's the face down part. We will place it in here like this. I'll flip them back over, and we'll do the snap one more time for effect. But now you guys know what's going on. We're actually doing something. But now if I show you, you'll see red face, red face, red face, red face. Black spot, black spot, black spot, black spot. And there we have it. Just in time for the ad. All right. For the ad, yeah. Thank you kindly for clearing that. Bay JMB, thank you kindly for the applause. Jan the Magic Man, thank you kindly for the applause. I'm not gonna lie, these cards are pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. Thank you kindly for the claps. Artsy James, E-Room. Thank you. All right, so let's see. I had a thing. Let's see if we could do this. I'm not sure how this is going to look, so... Oh, wait, hold on. We need something like this. Okay. All right, while the ad break is going, some people will get a slight bonus here. So here we have a queen of clubs, but with a bathrobe on. So if we just go 1, 2, and... Oh, that one almost looked that good. Almost looked good, but did not look that good. So, all right, okay. We're going to try that again, but perhaps with a King of Spades instead. All right, here we go. All right, so here we have the King of Spades, and 1, 2, and all right, that one looks, I think, a lot better. It's actually kind of funny where my finger happens to land. All right. Eroom's got the lull, yeah. So the deck actually happens to come with uh, a couple of fun gaff cards, and so we've got the Queen of Clubs, like clothed equivalent, and then we've got the King of Spades clothed equivalent. So there we have it. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Right now, the queue is currently empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Now's a good time. I do have a trick that uses all of the face cards, so we could do, we could do that one if people would like. And that one is called. Actually, when was the last time I did that one? Family. Oh, 2 months ago. So it's been a while since I've done that one. Oh, and Chan has requested a one that uses the aces. All right. I've set up for a family unit, so we're going to go ahead and do that one first, and then we will go ahead and do Hitchcock aces. Um, okay. All right. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. So, thank you kindly for the follow, well thumbs. These are my human thumbs. Thanks. And then, actually, whales don't have thumbs, do they? All right. Okay. So, first things first. Here we've got all of the face cards, and let me just go ahead and give these a mix, and we can give them a cut. And actually, if anybody was here and you would like to cut at all, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, you can give me a number. I'll cut there. Or if you want to click directly on the screen, if you're on desktop, and the heat map icon will be placed, and we will go ahead and cut there. So I'll go ahead and cut there. So if anybody else would like to delicious cut the packet, feel free. And thanks for getting that eat, Chan. All right, if not, we can go ahead and begin our family unit trick. And let's go ahead and begin. So first things first, I have to let you know about the family units. So the family units consist of a jack, a queen, and a king for, oops, too late. Oh yeah, no problem. We got it. Consists of so a family unit consists of a jack, a queen, and a king, and they are all very good at finding each other. So let's go ahead and have one of these packets be selected. Oh, this is fun. I have not used these before for this purpose. So let's go ahead and choose. So this is beta, and this is delta, and this is omega. So if anybody would like to select either beta, delta, or omega, I'll start with that pile. You guys let me know. Or if you're thinking maybe this is like what you see during a fraternity or sorority. Chan has selected delta. All right, glorious. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to show you that we've got the Queen of Spades. So if I go ahead and I place the Queen of Spades here, the Queen of Spades is very good at finding her sorority or fraternity sorority, because I guess that's the families that they're in at this point. But actually, if we go ahead and just put them into that spade fraternity sorority house, Greek house or whatever, we actually find out that that's actually not the correct house. And the house that we actually found was the heart house. And so here we have the Jack of Hearts, the King of Hearts, and the Queen of Hearts. Okay, go ahead and select another pile, or you can actually select the same, any of these piles. So beta, delta, or omega. If anybody would like to select another one, we'll go to that one next. Bella Gerard, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you for the mind blown. Omega says Bay JMB. All right, excellent. So let's go over to Omega. Once again, the family units are very good at finding each other. And so here we've got the King of Diamonds. So if I go ahead and I place the King of Diamonds over here, and we just grab a couple other cards, we try and put them into the Diamond Greek house. But actually we find out that that's not the Diamond Greek house at all. It is actually the Spade Greek house, in this case the Queen of Spades, the King of Spades, and the Jack of Spades are there. Okay, so now we're getting really frustrated at Greek housing because they've messed up all the housing assignments. So let's go ahead and try and force the next Greek house. So if you guys were here, you could stack the piles however you would like, but in lieu of that, so if you tell me beta, delta, omega, I will place them in this order. I'll take all of this, place here, take all of these, place there. If you tell me delta, beta, omega, I'll grab these, place it here, place it there. So first one in chat, if you want to order these, or if you just want to use letters too, so this is B, D, O. So you could do omega, I'll take all these, put it on beta, take it on, place it on D, delta. Let me know. However you want to order these, we'll order them in that fashion. Lots of radiation on the screen, says Charlie's Beats. I mean, we should be so lucky as we're not seeing neutrinos. Although it might explain why we time traveled last night. But yeah, Charlie's got the got the data laughing emote. I'm so lucky, says E-Room. All right. So if anybody wants to order these, if not, I'll order them backwards. I'll go omega, delta, and beta. So if anybody wants to change that, I'll give you one last chance. Otherwise, I'll go omega, delta, beta. Artsy James also's got easy paradoxes, data laughing. All right, excellent. Okay, so we just went omega, delta, and beta. So let's try and force the next Greek house because we know that it has to exist. And so we're going to find three of them. In this case, the Queen of Clubs. So we're going to try and put the Queen of Clubs here. And then we're going to try and find the Jack of Clubs. We'll put the Jack of Clubs here. And then finally, we will put the King of Clubs here. However, when we go there and we try and find the clubhouse, this actually is not the clubhouse, because here we actually discover it's the rich house, because that's the diamond Greek house. So in this case, here's the Jack of Diamonds, the Queen of Diamonds, and the King of Diamonds. And the King of Diamonds is sipping wine as they're doing this investigation to find out the Greek housing. So the clubhouse actually moved its location because they're partying every night, and so they're like, well, we can't just stay there. And so we try and go find the clubhouse, and of course, they're there. We just have to find them. And here we've got the King of Clubs, the Jack of Clubs, and the Queen of Clubs. And that, my friends, is the college party version of Family Unit. And they are doing their initiation rituals, or hazing rituals, I guess, which I would arguably say is illegal, but we know it still happens. So thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, Artsy James, Charlie's Beats, E Room. Thank you kindly, guys. All right, let's see. Next up, we've got Hitchcock Aces. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for Hitchcock Aces. So this trick has been a boss trick in the past. This is probably one of the uh, slight intensive tricks that I do. I sometimes dread doing this trick, but obviously I have to face it once in a while, to keep the chops kind of okay. Alright, let's see here. Thank you kindly for the claps, Feldon Kane. Alright. So, here we go. And we will, of course, use the undressed deck, although it's probably not going to look that amazing because we'll be using mostly the aces. So here we've got the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Clubs, the Ace of Diamonds, and the Ace of Spades. Now, what we're going to be doing with these is, actually, I want to leave the Ace of Spades out here. And so the Ace of Spades is the leader ace, and this is the ace where we're going to try and collect all the aces at later. And for those of you who have not seen a trick like this, so there are different plots in card magic, and the plots of card magic, one of them is ace assembly. So we're going to try and get all of the aces to collect here so that they're all together by the end of the trick. So I promise you that they will be together by the end of the trick. So I'm going to go ahead and place all of the aces out. And then this is the part that I sometimes have to remember about the trick. And the thing is, I sometimes have to recall here what to do, but deep down, I know that the next thing I have to do is we are going to place some random card right here on the Ace of Spades. And then we're going to place 3 other cards on this other ace over here. And we are going to go ahead and make the ace jump from here to here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but if I show you all of the cards in this pile, there's no aces here. That ace, well, we knew the Ace of Spades was here, but that ace, the Ace of Clubs, has jumped down over here. Adds in 1 minute. Should we snooze? Sure. If you can and would. If we have that ability, I'm not very good at seeing it and keeping it up. All set. Thanks, Chan. Appreciate it. That's some other card. That's a jack. So I'm going to go ahead and place that down here. We're going to place 3 cards over here. And I will go ahead and make that ace jump from here to there. Should swap places with that jack, actually. Because now, if I show you, here we've got not an ace, not an ace, not an ace, and here's that jack. And that has swapped places, and now here is the ace of hearts. Now, some people believe that the aces were never up here to begin with, but that's a lie because the ace of diamonds is indeed up here. And so we will go ahead and leave that face down. Now, here's the other thing. I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and grab these aces, and I will leave them down here just so that you know that they are away. And if you were here, you could place your hand on the ace of diamonds. And once again, I do assure you that all of the aces will be together by the end of that trick. I would slide a few other cards into your hand. And let me just go ahead and place some other card in this case. That's a jack. Place it here. But now all I have to do is make a swap. Just like that. And I don't know if you know, I did promise you that all the aces would be together by the end of this trick. But they're not down here. They're actually up here. Because if you were here, you could actually flip all these cards yourself. You could flip over. You knew that the ace of diamonds was here, but actually so is the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, and ace of spades. Wait, you're probably wondering what these are. Well, you wouldn't have a Hitchcock trick without having a bunch of face cards where it might show a Hitchcock. These are the 4 kings, the king of hearts, the king of spades, the king of clubs, and the king of diamonds. Welcome in, Sydney, aka Coco. Welcome in. How's it going? Thank you for the excellent. Chan says Hitchcock, and Artsy James says Rocky points, and Sydney says nice. Artsy James, thank you kindly for the claps. Thank you kindly for the emotes. Chan the Magic Man, E-Room, and claps, E-Room, and thank you for shouting out our friend Sydney, aka Coco. Welcome in, Sydney. Guys, you're not following our friend Sydney, aka Coco. Definitely give Sydney a follow. Sydney, you came in at a funny time doing tricks with the undressed deck in celebration of tonight is Magic Stream number 169. So there we go. And if anybody else was missing that context as well, well, now you have it. The context. All right. I'm gonna say that that joke worked out really well, considering in the name of the trick, there is a thing that goes well with the undressed deck. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. I guess of all things, if there's any potential employers out there, if you happen to see this stream out of all of them, I'm not usually like this, but uh, I got an idea, says Chan. DMS. Chan. All right, Chan. All right, you got it, Chan. Yeah. uh, it's unavoidable. I will have to now perform maximum penetration. The card trick. The card trick. Once again, guys, if you've been sitting around for a while and you've not hydrated, please feel free to hydrate. Chan's got the lol. Artsy James with the huh? Yeah. Artsy James, there is a card trick in my trick list and the name of the card trick is maximum penetration. So, um, yeah. So for anybody who didn't have that context, there you go. All right. So let me try and get ready for that trick. It'll take me a moment. Hang on. And oh, the cool thing is this will also use the card box, so that'll be interesting. Okay. Okay. All right. And I see Charlie's Beats has requested twisting Picasso's arm as well. Excellent. Thank you. All right. Okay. I will wait until the ad breaks over. So um, let me know when back from ads. Thank you for pausing that last one, Chan. Appreciate it. Let's see. In the meantime, I am like 41 people away from 1,000 followers on Twitch. So that next exciting milestone. So building up for it. Ooh, says Jan. Yeah, getting close. Getting close. Super excited. I'm not sure what I'll do for 1,000 followers, but we'll see. Okay. All right. I think I am. I was just rehearsing the beginning of this trick, so I remember. Oh, in the meantime, hold on. Let me see if I can do this here. Back from ads now. Thank you kindly for letting me know, Sydney. All right. I was just prepping to just do this quick visual thing to see if it looks okay. All right. Ready? See, there's a red spot there. Now there's a red spot. I've just moved it over here. All right. There we go. Okay. That was my quick thing. All right. I know that we are now, I believe we are now back, and I know that everybody is highly anticipating um, maximum penetration. The card trick, the card trick. And so let me just proceed and let me show you. All right, first things first, I have the box of the undressed cards, and I just want to show you that the box is currently empty. So the box is currently empty. We're just going to leave that right there. And then we have 5 cards. So we've got a Joker, another Joker, and we'll leave those over there. And then the other 3, we have the Ace, the 2, and the 3 of clubs. So first I want to use the Ace. So I'm going to place the Ace here in between the 2 Jokers. And here's what we're going to show you. The Ace will be able to penetrate the 2 Jokers. Because, look, I don't know if you saw it, but that Ace has penetrated the 2 Jokers. Okay. Next up, let's go ahead and grab the. Let me see. How did I do this part? Oh yes, the 2. So let's go ahead and grab the 2. I'm going to place it in between the 2 jokers, and you can clearly see that it is in between the 2 jokers. And actually, I don't know if you can tell, but it has actually penetrated the 2 jokers. Actually, hold on. Failure to launch. Failure to launch. 1, 2, and 3. There you go. Okay. So now we've got the 3. And actually, I want to place the 3 into the box. So here, we're going to place the 3 into the box. Right here. We still got our 2 jokers over here. And now, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but if we just go 1, 2, 3, that 3 will penetrate right through the box. Sydney, aka Coco, says, "Nice. No, I hear how you're doing this." I mean, look, when you penetrate the box, that one's mind blowing. Especially with, I don't want to get banned if I say this, but especially with the undressed cards. All right, so I don't know if you can tell, but I'm gonna go ahead and press the 2 jokers into a sandwich. So maybe if they were 2 jokers, they would count as 2 things. But when you make a sandwich from 2 things into 1 thing, it now becomes 1 thing. And I don't know if you can tell, but and this is going to penetrate your mind because now, Sydney, especially if you don't know what's going on, you're really not going to know what's going on here because now there's that 1 sandwich in my hand. But actually, that is it's a 4 out of 5 sandwich. It's a pretty good sandwich because look, it's a 4 of clubs. Now, some people are probably wondering, hey, where are the jokers? And to that, some people suspect, hey, it's it's probably inside the box. Full disclosure, when magicians put something in a box, it's usually still there. But actually, this is where it's going to penetrate reality because if we open up the box, and we stick our fingers inside and move our fingers around inside and grip what we find inside and pull it out, you might find the jokers. However, this is where it's going to penetrate your mind because you have no idea how you got 5 out of 5 in the box. Wait, this is the Joker. The Joker snuck into the box. The Joker really wanted to get in the box, guys. And that, my friends, is we'll call it a slightly altered version, slightly altered version of maximum penetration. Because actually, so how this is supposed to end is instead of having the Joker in the box, we are supposed to end with, where was I? Oh yes, I'm having struggles taking this card out of the box. Where we're supposed to end is after the Joker is done in the box, then we get a 5 out of 5 review on Yelp. There you go. Now that's a slightly altered version of maximum penetration. All right, I can't believe I made this trick that dirty tonight. I was impressed with myself at how boss trick. Yeah, you know what? I will say, yeah, I think I recovered okay, but yeah, I was absolutely not happy with that because so with the ending there, I was like, oh, but I did tell the story and it worked out fine. So, but yeah, good call, Chan. Good call. I will make that a boss trick for next time. But I think what I did was entertaining enough, and I think it worked out. So, shh, for anybody who doesn't know, if I don't make a trick happen as well as I know I can or should, if I'm even unhappy with like how I did something or how I said something, it'll become a boss trick. And oh, and a boss trick for anybody who wants to know. It's just a way to make sure that I keep my skills sharp and I get tricks like, at least I know how it's supposed to happen. But I think I improvised this one pretty well, so I was pretty happy with how I ended it. And I can't make up I mean, I did make up the 5 out of 5 on Yelp, but I was like, wow. So yeah, full disclosure, I know that we have some magicians in chat, especially some that are hobbyist magicians. If you mess up a trick and you know it, most of the audience typically does not know it. So you can end it however which way. So if you can build up the skills to like end it a different way and just tell a fun story around it, no one will know the wiser. So I would say that the way I perform that perfectly fine. Doesn't match up with the way that I learned it a little bit just at the end. And actually, I think I remember how I messed it up. Messed it up. But otherwise, it worked out fine. So, like, if I did that at a part, well, first of all, I don't know what party I would be going to and performing, and I could tell these dirty jokes. But like, uh, but yeah, like just being able to recover and being like Bay JMB, yeah. So like Bay JMB, I've messed up on stream before, and like the entire first year when I was messed up on stream, I would just be like, start over, reset. Like I have a command to count how many times I've started over. Um, there's like a mulligan, right? But after a while, I stopped doing that because I'm like, well, wait, I know that my regulars, they might know how the trick goes, and certainly I know, and maybe other magicians know, but most people don't know how a trick ends. And so if you can give them an entertaining ending, then it doesn't really matter if you did it the right way, the prescribed right way or not. Just as long as it was entertaining and made sense and it was clear, right? So yeah, there's some good advice for you. I would recommend. I've also been given that advice, so I figured I'd pass it on. But it's something that I've taken to heart the last like couple of years. I think now that I've been streaming since 2022, so this is like 3 years now. I'm like, oh man, I've streamed Magic. You don't get to stream Magic Stream number 169 and not stream Magic Streams, right? Oh man. So, uh, thanks for the lurk, Chan. And so there we go. There we have it. All right, and that was the undressed deck, guys. If anybody wants to request anything else specifically with this deck, you don't have to use any redeems today for this deck because we'll just use it. But any other decks, we will, especially differently sized decks. All right. Chan says, "Good night, y'all." All right, good night, Chan. Have a good night. Take care. Sleep well. Definitely get good sleep because, as we all know, sometimes it's hard to get good sleep. So get good sleep, Chan. All right. Next up, we've got a request from Charlie's Beats for twisting Picasso's arm, which is how I know the trick when I made it. I tried to change it to Picasso's paintings, but then my memory never forgot what the heck it was called. And so I just remember twisting Picasso's arm because that's what I remember now. Bay JMB, honestly, finding this community has made me want to get back to streaming even more. Yeah, Bay JMB, let us know if you end up doing like a regular Magic stream because I think like we've seen other Twitch streamers, and a bunch of them are magicians, but they've just done like a trick here and there. Like if you're gonna have a dedicated Magic stream, let us know. We could probably convince Info XR to Jack to put you on the Magic Twitch page. So yeah, definitely let us know. Because yeah, as from what I can remember, like I know at least 5 or 6 other people on Twitch that are magicians, but they do other things like playing video games, DJing, that kind of thing. Um, and so it's kind of hard to have like a dedicated Magic stream. Like even I've done other things too. Like I play video games, I've done cooking streams, but I think right now like Magic is both my bread and butter because A, I have so much fun doing it. B, it keeps my skills sharp. Like this is like a check-in at least once a week. This past week I did like 3 streams, but like I usually was doing one Magic stream a week, and just having the one check-in was like, all right, I need to stay sharp because I don't want to embarrass myself on stream, right? So, but at first I was like, I need to use it for practice, but now it's like I just like hanging out, right? Like this is just fun, just to chat, just to talk, just to hang out. And you'll notice too, because like other people might make a decision on their stream to like have music, and I love when somebody's trying to create like an ambient stream. I have a lot of friends who are um, music community Twitch uh, chat chatters. I guess is maybe the best word, but people who hang out in music streams, and so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna not have background music because then that kind of removes the friction. So if they want to hang out with me, they don't have to have like competing audio from music or anything. But also, I found that music could detach from like the magic because it's like, oh okay, oh hey, I like this song. They start singing along. Maybe they miss what's going on. It's like, if you're here, I know that I'm gonna try and focus to make you have a sense of wonder with the magic. Is my goal basically for the magic. All right, what the heck was I doing? Oh, I was getting ready for twisting Picasso's arm. All right. Okay. Oh, hold on. This is a I actually switched up how I did this trick not too long ago. Okay. All right. Okay, where was I? Oh yes. So this is a trick that I basically feel comfortable saying it's like my original. It's an original that I came up with. So good enough for me. I think you could derive parts of it from many other tricks, but I basically came up with the presentation and I think it's distinct enough. Let's see. BayJMB says, I'm planning to try to do 2 performing Magic streams a week and then one that's more just chatting, watching Magic Reddit, and having fun watching others perform. I probably won't be able to start streaming until the new because my current job really gets busy during the season. Oh, yeah, totally understand. Um, oh, we're taking a quick ad break. All right, so let me know when back. But, oh, yeah, totally understand. Totally understand BayJMB. Definitely, definitely uh, work coming from someone who is currently not employed. I understand the importance of work. All right, there we go. Okay, let's see here. All right. I may have to run upstairs and get more tea because I know I started a little bit early, but maybe not this break, but maybe the next ad break if it's not like in the middle of a trick or something. Okay. But in the meantime, if anybody who isn't in the Discord and wants to come hang out, I usually announce my random streams here. I do have this standing sleight of hand Sunday. I usually want to keep this time slot. So, um, yeah. I was actually thinking, like, if I can't find anything, I might try and start, full time streaming. Maybe that doesn't mean 40 hours a week because that still seems a little intense, but uh, maybe certainly 3 to 4 streams in the middle of the day during the week is certainly possible. And I might have one of them be like a co-working stream where I'm doing YouTube stuff because I'm still putting a bunch of time into my YouTube. Alstro Art, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing today? Thank you kindly for the gigantic emote. And we were just waiting for an ad break to complete, and then we can proceed. So if anybody who is away at the ad break, let me know when you are back. Then we can get started. But Alstro Art, how are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Alstro Art, you'll be happy to know that that one suggestion you told me a couple of streams ago about doing the coin matrix with clear cards. I have now officially put the clear card coin matrix on the trick list. And we did it for the first time earlier today as an official like thing. Elsewhere says, nice, yeah, all right. So thank you so much for that inspiration, by the way. And you said that thing, and I was like, oh, that's ridiculous. And then it's like, no, that's kind of brilliant, right? Like that's kind of a good idea. I actually have a different coin matrix, and I don't think I'll be performing this because I'm not as good at it, but it's called the Trans Matrix by Richard Moe, Alstro Art, and this one is similar, but the cards aren't transparent, even though I think that's what this implies. But the cards are actually translucent, and it'll be immediately sus because if I take out all the supplies and set it up, you're going to notice something very blatantly obvious if I were to do it on my normal setup. So, all right, Bay JFB is back from ads. Checking the gaff meter says, "Nom, it's happening." It is. It is. Uh, Stream number 169. We did do some fun stuff already. Checking the gaff meter. With the undressed deck. But let me know if you want to request something. We can try and use this deck next again if you would like. Okay. Bay JB says, I also might be starting a side gig working for an illusion maker, and if possible, I might try a stream working in his illusion shop. Yo, that is super cool, Bay JB. That is cool. Tim Gaffmeter says, I've no doubt you did. Yeah, I think that is definitely interesting, especially if you can create some if you can show some stuff, maybe without divulging any magic secrets, then that would be a very cool thing to show off. Because nobody, I can't think of anybody else that does that. That can show off like, hey, I'm working on a magic thing, right? Like, all right. So before the next ad break, let's go ahead and do twisting Picasso's arm. And so first, I want to show you that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 black spot cards, and these black spot cards are blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, if I go ahead and I just tap, I'm just using like the color, this red color here, and I'm just grabbing it onto my fingers lightly, and I just am placing it onto the packet. I don't know if you can tell, but one of these cards has changed to be a red card. And so now I'm going to go ahead and grab some more red, place it into the packet, and now we've got 2 red cards. Now let me go ahead and grab some more red, place it in there, and now we've got 3 red cards. We do have one blue one left. However, I do want to show you that if we grab some more red color on my fingers and I place it on there, all of these cards now have some red. Now, the important thing to note here is that in the olden days, i.e. before you could just purchase a brand new canvas, whatever painters could get their hands on, they would then paint, and they might have multiple layers of paint on them as people recycled canvases. So you might find a painting underneath another painting. And so here, not only did we see that there was red paint on the back of these cards, we find portraits that have been painted now on the front of these cards. And that, my friends, is a trick that I call twisting Picasso's arm, but makes way more sense as Picasso's paintings. So there we go. Oh yeah, and the whole twisting aspect is originally the first way that I would actually twist the cards, I'd put them in my finger and do this, but I was like, no, it's not necessary. Now I get red paint. Red paint. Oh, thank you for the Doritos. Check the gaff meter. I don't know if you realize, but I think we have not had Doritos in chat for a very long time, and the last time we did, you brought the Doritos. So thank you kindly for the Doritos, checking the gaff meter, and thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter, Felden Kane. Yeah, for old time's sake. I know, right? I remember. I remember getting Doritos and liking them. Alstro Art, thank you kindly for the claps. Oh, fun little tidbit. So my kid, 4 years old, we tried to avoid letting her have junk food for as long as we could, but it's just getting too late now where she's just seeing the snacks that other kids are having, the snacks that they have at their birthday parties. So she's had things. She had Doritos for the first time, maybe it was like 2 months ago or something. And she was like, I really like these. And I'm like, I know you would. Because, I mean, I didn't tell her that there was like MSG or like other glutamate substitutes. And I'm like, that's the reason why you love them. But I'm like, all right, whatever. You can have them. It's fine. So I went and proceeded to buy a large bag of Doritos, or 2 large bags of Doritos from BJ's. And now we are stocked on Doritos all the time. Yeah. There we go. Let me see here. Capagen is enabled, but I don't know if I have anything. Oh, you know what? Felden Kane. I did not have that enabled for VIPs. Felden, could you try that again? I just want to see what happens. I'm not sure if anything will happen, but because I had the commands up earlier, I still have it up. I was like, let me just check. And now we are a Doritos house. That's that's the story. Anyway, that was Twisting Picasso's Arm. Thank you for that request, Charlie's Beats. All right. Um, Checking the gaff meter. Have you seen this deck before? I remember bringing it out for stream 69, but most of the cards are pretty normal, with the exception of the face cards. There we go. Wait. Okay. So it did do an emote explosion, but it didn't put the Doritos one in there. It emote exploded a bunch of my emotes. So I've got to look into that. But VIPs are known to abuse Capagen. I mean, you guys, you look, I gave you guys VIP. I trust you. And hopefully you. And Alstro Art has redeemed on-screen celebration. Oh, hold on. I won't be able to see that unless I go to my screen over here. So that doesn't show up in OBS. That shows up on Twitch. So I honestly can't recall for sure whether I've seen them. Okay, all right. Okay, I think it was a little bit too late for me to see that, but awesome. Okay. So here's a Joker. It's just the clothes. But you have my full attention. All right, and then we've got normal spot cards. Oh, and the back design is pretty tame, pretty. Unless you assume. No, no, we're not going to make any assumptions. Okay, we'll just go to our first face card. Boom! Look at that, Jack of Clubs, and then Queen of Clubs. Which, by the way, everybody's nipples are little tiny things covering their nipples. So, oh, look at her go. Lovely. King of Diamonds sipping his red wine. King of Hearts. King of Spades. There we go. Alstro Art redeeming on-screen celebration. I see it now. Thank you kindly for both on-screen celebrations. Alstro Art, greatly appreciate it. You didn't have to do it a second time just because I didn't see it. But yeah, it does not show up in OBS, but it does show up on Twitch, so that it does work. So, and then Jack of Spades, Queen of Diamonds, Jack of Hearts, Queen of Spades, another Joker, Queen of Hearts, Jack of Diamonds is like the most timid. He's probably covering up the most pip that's done in his pelvic region. I don't know. Maybe the ripped King of Clubs is too. But I mean, he's got abs. You might be, I might be looking at his abs instead, right? Like, all right, and that Clubs is the most ripped suit. Yep, that's right. I really like the varieties. Just checking the calf meter. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they don't all look the same. So like, if you compare, actually, we were talking about dad bods earlier because if you look at the kings, all of the kings have dad bods, except for the ripped king of clubs. So like, if you like, these guys are dad bods, and then this one is like ripped. And then like, yeah, like the queens are all holding. So like, this one's got jewelry. This one's got a flower. This one's got nothing. And then I guess this one's got nothing too. But yeah, they are different. This one has a watch. It's like I don't know why the watch has been like accentuated. And this guy's got a necklace. This Jack has got a necklace. And then these guys look nothing. But this one looks like the scrawniest Jack. Like this one, this is probably my body from 20 years ago in college. So I was a scrawny dude. Now I have a dad bod. I've got a little pot belly. Jack Spades in the middle of telling a story? Great question. Let's see. Jack of Spades. Yeah, he could. I would say so. He looks like he's telling in the middle of telling a story. He's like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" Yeah, Jack of Clubs is emaciated, says Astrahart. Yeah, that's right. So, yep, there we go. That is the undressed deck, and we did the card trick maximum penetration earlier. So we got that out of the way. Booby says Alchemutation. Welcome in, Alchemutation. How are you doing today? How are you? Good to see you, by the way. Guys, you're not following our friend Alchemutation. Definitely give Alchemutation a follow. So, yeah, by the way, happy. So, tonight is my 169th Magic stream. Better now because oh, just so you know, everything is censored here. All right. So even on all of the queens, so like those are two diamonds covering everything up. These are two spades covering everything up, and then these are technically a heart and a flower covering everything up, and then this one is a club, two clubs covering everything up. So I mean everything's censored, right? But yeah, yeah, sure. Says mutation. Lol. Everything makes me laugh. Yeah, I can see the irony now that I think back on my words. All right, the queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Um, Actually, can I do anything fun with some face cards here? You know what? Alchemy mutation. We are going to have you try and find. Let's have you try and find the ladies. Everything makes me like believing in you. All right, so this is normally called. Hold on, let me put the trick in here. And, okay, that's the correct one. Life has been crazy. Sorry I haven't been around much. Alchemy mutation. I totally understand. Life gets in the way, and um, I totally. Yeah, I just. Oh, alchemy mutation. I don't know if you knew. I'm currently unemployed. So yeah, that's my current life situation. So I get it. Yeah, there's stuff going on. All right, so you want to find the queens because we have the queen of spades and the queen of clubs. You don't really want to find the hearts. I know alchemy specifically, so you don't want to find the king of hearts or the king of diamonds, right? We're taking a quick ad break. All right, hold on. Let me know when back. When from ads. All right. But yeah, anyway, so for anybody else who's currently here, and I know that everybody who can probably hear me already knows this, but yeah, so far I still see you. Awesome. That means Twitch has served up enough stuff to you. But I am no longer employed, and I'm currently looking for work. And so before, when I would stream once a week, because like Magic and Twitch streaming was like a hobby, and I'm like, I only stream once a week. I don't want ads like mucking up the experience, right? And then I was like, oh crap, I'm not employed anymore. Let me at least try and have ads turned on, so we can see if anything can happen here as far as like getting getting views, getting ad revenue, whatever. And when I mentioned that the first time, a couple of people in chat said, "Oh yeah, take that sweet ad money from Twitch and Amazon." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." So I shouldn't feel guilty about it, but sometimes I still do. But oh yeah, dude, turn ads on, turn all ads on. Yeah, I totally get it. But it does kind of disrupt this experience sometimes. So, but I'm trying to see right now if I can push my social, so like my YouTube, which by the way, I recently hit 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So I'm like, yeah, sweet. And then, so my next milestone is probably 1,000 followers here because I'm like 41 people away. But you need to make your money. Yeah, so I'm just trying to see if I can just make some bucks. And then also, I opened myself up to magic gigs, and so I'm trying to see if I can get some magic gigs in real life. And I have I have one booked for the end of the month, and I have another one at a library in a couple weeks or a week and a half, not even a couple weeks. So right on, man. Yeah. So we'll see what we can happen, what we can make happen. And if I don't find a job right away, uh, maybe this is the year I don't build any wealth, but like between what I've got saved up, my wife and I are okay. My wife's still working, so that's good. All right. Are we back from ads? What is building wealth? I mean, that's basically where you just make more money than you spend. So historically, my wife and I would save up and we would do a big improvement to the house every year. So, but maybe we just don't do improvements to the house for the next few years. So I don't know. We back. Oh, lol. Yeah, what is building wealth? I mean, yeah, what is building wealth, right? What is it really? Okay, where was I? Oh, yes. Alchemy mutation. So you want to find the ladies and you don't want to find the guys, right? And so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and not do any magic. So the first time you can easily find the ladies. So there's the lady of spades and here's the lady of clubs. And if I don't do any magic, where would you say the ladies are? Are they over here in Omega Land or are they over here in Delta Land? Feel free to make a guess. Alchemy mutation. As I said, I didn't do any magic. So, shh. I'm going Omega. All right, well, you were incorrect because I said I didn't do any magic. And so these are the red kings, and you were looking for the black queens. No, that's okay. All right, you have a second chance because look, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and do that again, but we will do magic. So here we go. Place the queen of spades, the queen of clubs, and now once again, would you like to go to Delta Land or Omega Land? And you're trying to find the ladies. Omega. All right. This is now correct because now if you check Delta Land, they are the Red Kings. And now here in Omega Land are indeed the Black Queens. And that, my friends, is how. Hello, ladies, is accusation. uh, glorious. I love Craig. I love your reaction. I'm going Omega. No! Even after I disclosed I did not do any magic, and then I did it again, and I disclosed I did magic. It's like okay, Omega. All right. Thanks. Now you're welcome. Also, guys, if you're not following, wait, did I shout you out already? Well, it doesn't matter. We'll shout you out again. Guys, you're not following our friend Alchemy Mutation. Please give Alchemy Mutation a follow. I see Bay JMB says, "What kind of magic are you doing for the gigs?" Great question, Bay JMB. So, a large portion of my repertoire is card magic, and I do have some coin stuff, but it's all close-up sleight of hand. So, I think that my strength is that I've effectively trained myself to retheme any trick as literally anything else with just different patter. And so this particular gig that I have coming up at the end of this month is a 30th birthday party, and it is themed as Harry Potter. Now, as I mentioned in the past, I'm not like the biggest fan of Harry Potter, but I know enough that I'm like, oh, okay, we can talk about the Sorting Hat, we can talk about time travel, we can talk about the invisibility cloak, we can talk about all sorts of stuff. And so I've got different tricks that I can do where I just tell those stories, and I'm like, that will. 7 Senshi, welcome in. Thank you kindly for the raid. How was your stream? Guys, if you're not following our friend 7 Senshi, please give 7 Senshi a follow. 7 Senshi is a flautist, also sings karaoke. I got a chance to meet 7 Senshi in real life back in 2023 when I attended TwitchCon and met in real life, actually hung out. So there was like a huge Twitch party and we were able to like hang out and chat. Also, 7 Senshi and Hawk6Phoenix came to my workshop that we did. So I did an interactive workshop where I presented magic, and that's actually where everybody who attended that got this deck. And so, oh no, did you guys come to or I don't remember. Did you guys? I forget. No, did I see you right before I was going to the workshop, or did you guys come later? I don't remember. Yeah. So in either case, um, Gibson Lens, thanks for shouting out 7 Senshi. Hi, thanks for the shout out. Ooh, good luck on the gig. Oh, thank you kindly. Yeah, I was talking about what I do at gigs, and I mean, currently I don't have much, so I'm going to be doing the gig for the first time. But luckily, it's a Harry Potter themed. one. So I could probably just do like card tricks all night, and I just tell them Harry Potter stories, and it will be great. And I think that will be good. But I do have a couple of tricks. There's actually one trick, and I've shown it on stream a couple times, like a tactile trick. So I could do that as a nice presentation. I can switch up some of them and have them not be card tricks, but like I could use real money, for example. I could use like dollar bills, because like what are dollar bills? They're basically just like bigger pieces of paper, right? Like bigger pieces of cards. They're Bay JMB. That's a really cool first gig. Yeah, I know, right? So technically not my first gig. It's my first paid gig independently when I'm actually looking for work. But my first gig I did was a walk around at a cocktail lounge, but it was purely volunteer. So I didn't get paid for it. Like I got free tickets to the comedy show that it was for, but I just attended the comedy show afterwards. But that was like an hour and a half, and that was great too. And I did that earlier this year in February. But my other gig, I'm actually doing an instructional like class basically at my local library where I'm introducing sleight of hand. So if you live local to me in the greater Rochester, New York area, um, I could tell you which library it's at, but that's happening next week on Wednesday the 12th. So that is also a cool gig, and that is also being I'm getting paid for that too. So yeah, so things are in the works. I haven't been sitting down. I made business cards. I've been giving them out. So, but anyway, oh yeah, so we just finished up that trick, and Seven Senshi, thank you for bringing your raid over. Once again, guys, if you're not following our friend Seven Senshi, please give Seven Senshi a follow. I think everybody who rated on over knows me, but if you don't, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, and I like to, spelled this weird way, I like to do sleight of hand card magic on stream. And actually, tonight is magic stream number 169. uh, Ding Us Ping, or Dingus Ping, or Dingu Spring. No, Sping. Oh, no, that's not Spring. That's definitely Ping. So, welcome in. How's it going? So in celebration, we were using this deck undressed. So this is the undressed deck. I posted the raid call late. Oh yeah, no problem. Totally understand. Yeah, it's nice because 169 is equal to 13 times 13. And if you guys didn't know, there's 13 ranks in a standard deck of cards. But if anybody was curious about the undressed deck, all of the spot cards are normal spot cards, but the face cards are all undressed. So here, those look pretty normal. Boom, boom, boom. These look pretty normal. Sorry if this is an assault to your eyes. My apologies. I probably should have warned you, but that's okay. I hope you will not hate me. Or you will find this hilarious. I'm hoping that if you are here at this stream, you'll probably find these cards hilarious. So yeah. There you go. But anyway, Seven Senshi, would you like to request any tricks for your raid, or would you like me to select one for you? Let me know. We can find an appropriate one. Would you like to see the undressed cards used, or do you want me to use some other cards? You let me know. Some of the poses on the cards look funny. Oh yeah, look hilarious. You know what? Let's do a trick with the jacks didn't get too much love today compared to these other ones. So let's do something with the jacks. Okay, so let's pretend these jacks are Devil's Elevator. Any deck, please? Oh, okay. Nope, we're going to be doing the Devil's Elevator. All right, excellent. Let's go ahead and let me pull out. Oh, good. We have all the sixes and nines still together here. And actually, we have. So we're just going to be a redux of the. Okay. All right. Devil's Elevator it is. Devil's Elevator. Okay. Cool. So first things first, we have the red 6s and 9s over here, and the red 6s and 9s are going to represent the levels of hell that you could be in. The reason why I use the red 6s and 9s, besides the memes and besides tonight's stream number, is that at certain angles this will look like 666. But I need them all to be red because I don't want it to contrast with these, which are the 5432 of clubs. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and place the 4 red 6s and 9s over here. And I'm going to lay out the clubs over here. And you'll see which ones I put where. So this is where the 5 is going to be. Right there. This is where the 4 is going to be. This is where the 3 is going to be. And then the 2 we'll place here. So, first things first, hell is not just a religious place, it is a business. And as all good businesses, they have a maintenance elevator. And if you ever find yourself down in the depths of the levels of hell, so these cards are going to represent the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth level of hell. Okay, and so look, we're going to go ahead and take the 2 and place it here in the second level of hell. Like this. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. If you ever find yourself in hell, what you want to do is find the devil's elevator, get into it, press the elevator button, and the elevator will operate up until it starts to bring you closer to the surface. When you reach the uppermost level of hell, this is the easiest level to escape hell from, and thus will allow you, in this case the 2 of clubs, to escape. All right, let's go ahead and grab the 3. And so we know that the 3 of clubs is going to be placed here in the third level of hell. Can you see why I use those numbers now? 2, second level, 3, third level. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And once again, the 3 is going to go get in the devil's elevator. They're going to press the elevator button. The elevator does its physical machinations to bring you up to the top. And of course, this is the easiest level to escape from hell from. Here is the 3. Now, some people believe that hell, you might already be there, but actually we're just going to go ahead and show you that those were the same levels of hell that we've been using before. And here, indeed, we have our 4. And we're going to place that here in our 4th level of hell. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Close that up. The 4 will find its way to the devil's elevator, get in the elevator, press the elevator button. The elevator will do its mechanical process to get you up to the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, topmost level of hell. And here you are. The 4 can escape. And then once again, we have, some people think that there's more than 4 levels of hell. And to that I would say, yeah, you're right. All of the lore indicates that there's more than 4, but we will place the 5 here in the bottommost level of hell, the 5th level of hell that we have here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. And all I have to do is have the 5 go into the elevator. They will press the elevator button. It will go from 5, 4, 3, 2, and it's come up to the top. Because now if I show you, the 5 can escape from the uppermost level of hell. And if we look down, they're the same levels of hell that we've seen the entire time. That, my friends, is the Devil's Elevator. Seven Senchi, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for bringing your community over here, and hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you kindly for the claps. Seven Senchi, Gibson Lens. All right, and let's see. Let's go ahead and show something quick. Thank you for the claps. Checking the gaff meter. I want to show something quick that I've been trying to work on, because I don't think this looks the best yet, but the more that I do it, I think the better it will be. Oh, Moral of the story: find the service elevator. Yes, definitely. We're taking a quick ad break. See, oh yes, okay. Let me know when back from ads. Okay. Um, let's see here. I guess in the interim, I could do the. So what I want to do is the. I'm going to do the standard coin matrix, and then I want to do the new the new version that I'm doing. So we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, I should probably quickly check on my existing boss tricks. Um, oh yeah, I actually don't have any because I wrapped them up last time. So we'll do that. And let me edit this. So there's actually only one boss trick, and we just got that boss trick today. So, okay. All right, we back, says checking the gaff meter. All right, excellent. So, all right, let's start with the standard version of the coin matrix. So I have 4 coins. Oh yeah, here we go. We'll just, so you guys believe that they're 4 real coins. These are real coins. I could borrow these coins. I could borrow these cards. Doesn't matter. And what we're going to do is cover each coin with a card, and then we are going to teleport them from corner to corner. So here we go. One from here to there. 1, 2, 3. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. And last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. So that happens pretty quick. But the version that I want to show of this one is one that I'm practicing. And so it's a little bit different in that. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and cover each coin. As part of the process of this trick, we are going to go ahead and show each coin in its corner. And so we do it kind of like this. So you'll be able to see that these coins are there. And then we're going to go ahead and show you that these coins are here. And then we're going to go ahead and do one more thing before we go ahead and reveal 1, 2, 3. And so all of the coins end up here. So I don't think that necessarily looks good yet, but I think as I practice it, and hopefully if you guys have any feedback as far as like, did that look good? Was that, did you see anything? Like, I'd be interested to know. Saw the thumb. Zeolus42, thank you kindly for the feedback. Left hand, all right, awesome. Okay, yep, got it. Yeah, I think there's 2 parts where, yeah, that could apply. So yes, thank you. Right hand was smooth. Oh, awesome. Actually, that's actually good feedback too. Okay, cool. Thanks, Zeolus. Appreciate it. So, yeah, I can't get better if I don't do it, right? So, forcing myself to do it. But thank you. Appreciate that feedback. And I would much rather mess up here with you guys than like a real gig where I'm getting paid, because then they'll be like, "Hey, I saw you." If I get a heckler, "Hey, what's up, crazy?" "Hey, Winston, the keyboard grinder. How's it going, keyboard grinder? Welcome in. How you doing tonight?" Welcome to Magic Stream number 169, where earlier we pulled out the. Actually, probably should change the language. I shouldn't say I pulled out, but no, we actually pulled out a deck of cards in Celebration called the Undressed deck. It's going good. Just ate some dinner. Excellent. I don't know anybody who's still alive that doesn't eat. But yeah, so just to give you a quick glance, I've been using this deck intermittently. We already did like a trick called Maximum Penetration. But all of the regular pip cards look pretty normal. Here's what the Jokers look like, because they have the clothing for the face cards, and all of the face cards look like this. Yep, there you go. There's an eye full of face cards. And if you are wondering, yeah, all the nipples are censored with the pip. So here on the jack, there's a diamonds on. Yep. Ooh, they use the nice wooden hangers. Oh yeah, that's right. On the jokers, yeah. So I have some nice wooden hangers from when I have purchased suits in the past. I haven't really had a need to purchase suits, but when I bought suits, they came with these, and like these are like the most luxurious wooden hangers, and I have I think four of them, and that's probably all I will ever need slash have in my entire life because I don't feel like I need any more. But anyway, yeah, of all things, we talk about the wooden hangers, but that's a very nice detail to catch, and that's right. It is. They are nice, right? Every other hanger in my house is basically a plastic or metal one. Actually, I have fewer metal ones because I've had to use metal ones to like get things or to try and clear my drain. And then I went and got a proper snake to clear a drain with. That's what they're called. That's what they're called, right? All right. I'm too detail oriented at times. No, that's a good thing, I think. The thing is, not everybody is a detail oriented person, but those of you who are, it's almost like a superpower compared to other people sometimes. So, by the way, the queue is currently empty. If anybody would like to see any magic, feel free to request, and you can use the trick list, or if you want just exclamation point random, you can randomly put one in there. If you want to talk about something, I love just talking about whatevs. Oh, and some of you guys might enjoy. So, Charlie's Beats had me. I don't want to say peer pressured because that was definitely not the situation, but just kind of like brought up, and we were like, okay, so now we have created uh, this based on like Gibson Lens emote, and so this is Gibson eyes, and then when I go ahead and I change it, it changes to Gibson sus eyes. Yeah, there we go. Chelsea's just got yeah, there we go. So we got that, and then if I want, we could also change from Gibson sus eyes to you didn't see that by the way, Gibson Pog. Actually, wait. We could just have the. This is the zoom out, right? So here we go. Zoom in, zoom out. There we go. That one looked better, but it's okay. I've given that secret of magic to chat. I don't know, at least 20 times probably. So, but yeah. Oh, full disclosure, I drew these myself. I'm not an artist, but I was like, I actually spent time on stream to draw them. I blame Charlie's Beats. I mean, not in a bad way. I guess he gets credit. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Oh, can I so there's another version of this where I do so here's a Gibson Pog and then one, two, and nope, that didn't work. Okay, hold on. Okay, one, two, nope, that didn't work either. All right, so there is supposed to be a fun way to handle this. I can't do it right now. All right, let's see here. Last week I had a boss trick that I did. So, oh yeah, boss tricks are basically tricks that I mess up on stream, but I'm like, let me do it again. So, let's go ahead and do it this way. All right, boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right, here we go. We're gonna do, because I should do this trick more because I like it. It actually got to be a trick that I didn't do too often. So, all right, here we go. This trick's called illogical conclusion. I have 4 cards in this pile. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to show you any of the cards in this pile. But this one also has 4 cards. We will show you all the cards in this pile. They are red face cards. Okay. And here's what I'm going to do. I will swap cards from this pile with that pile and then show you all the cards in this pile again. With the final goal that hopefully you guys are paying attention and you can tell me whether all of the cards at the end are red face cards, black face cards, red spot cards, black spot cards, or just some split amongst those, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take one card and swap it with this pile. We'll go here. And now if I show you all the cards in this pile, red face, red face, red face, red face. Now we're going to swap 2. 1, 2. And now if I show you red face, red face, red face, red face. And now we will swap out 3. 2, 3. If I show you red face, red face, red face, red face, and then the final, we are going to go ahead and swap 1 and show you all the cards in this pile. Red face, red face, red face, red faced. And so the question is, are there 8 red face cards? Because I think all you saw was red face cards. But logically, you know that that can't be possible because in one deck of cards, there are only 6 red face cards. So what are the other cards? Black face cards, red spot cards, black spot cards? If you guessed any of those things, you are incorrect. Because what these actually say is something way more sinister, way more twisted. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's my number, so call me maybe. And that, my friends, is certainly an illogical conclusion. The other cards are play cards, says Barney in the rubble. Welcome in, Barney. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. And the keyboard grinder's got the showing the gaff meters. Sing along. Bay JMB says, thank you for the applause. Oh, sorry. Thank you for the applause, Bay JMB. And thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter. So, yeah, hopefully, if you guys hadn't seen that one before, so we had a regular that used to be in here all the time, but I would also hang out a lot in Rob Kovacs' stream, and Chris M. Yee would try and request songs, Call Me Maybe all the time, and so I basically wrote on these cards because Chris would come in here, and then he has an emote for call me maybe, and so there we go. And now I'm like, all right, I got to use these cards sometimes, but not every time because then it becomes too predictable. So it just randomly, it's like, oh, it'll work in this trick. Thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter and Felden Kane and Bay JMB. So there we go. But yeah, I can certainly assure you that you probably didn't see that coming. Love when those pop up. I was actually thinking if I write more song lyrics. As we all know, the hottest new movie and songs on the charts are K-pop Demon Hunter related songs. So maybe I should like write Golden on a card. I should write Soda Pop on another one. Shh, don't tell anybody I told you, because maybe I can surprise other people. So, shh. Thank you kindly for the claps, Winston. All right, excellent. So let's see here. Oh yeah, guys, you're not following our friend Hawk6 Phoenix. Definitely give Hawk6 Phoenix a follow. And also, if you're not following our friend the Keyboard Grinder, definitely give the Keyboard Grinder a follow as well. And let's see here. Okay, cool. Thanks for the shout out. No problem, my pleasure. All right. So let's see here. Uh, I normally go until probably about now. So I'm thinking about ending stream, but I don't really have anything pressing. I don't have to leave. So let's go ahead and do a last call. If anybody wants to see any more magic, feel free to request anything. And then the good news is that I practiced all of my finale tricks 2 days ago for the Halloween stream. And so I actually was going to end like 3 times for the Halloween stream, and then we got a raid, and then I had a new person, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'll keep streaming. It's fine. Okay, all right. Charlie's Beats has requested 4-for-1 switch. All right, sounds good. Finale, finale, finale. Yeah, yeah. Bay JMB, do you know a version of Twisting the Aces? Absolutely, I do know the standard version. I actually know 3 versions of Twisting the Aces, but I can do the standard version and the French twisted. So you know what? Let's go ahead and I'll add those here. TR Twisting the Aces, and then hopefully I don't get rate limited, and then we'll do French twist. Okay. Nope, I was rate limited. So hold on. French twist. I just typed too fast. Okay, all right. And you know what? I believe I can use the undressed deck for all of these. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's use let's use the 4 kings. Because why not? All right. All right, so for the 4 to 1, oh, we're taking a quick ad break. Hold on. Let me know when back from ads. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm tapping into my secondary hydration source now. I finished my tea, so now we're watering my gullet with, genuine water. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I do need to give myself homework of give myself a notification when the ad ends, because that would probably be the most helpful right now. Stream notes. Here we go. Thank you kindly. Oh yeah, that's right. All right. Where was I? Stream notification. Stream chat notification for when ads are done. Okay. Cool. All right. Awesome. Back. Excellent. All right. Cool. All right. So, for this first trick, let's go ahead and use the 4 kings. They will be our helpers here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the kings over here, and then we'll need a card selected. If somebody was here, I would just dribble through the cards. They could just say stop whenever, and then this is the card that we would use. So in this case, the 8 of diamonds. So remember the 8 of diamonds if anybody wants to put it in chat or something. And so the 8 of diamonds, I'm going to go ahead and place that right here. And now we're going to be using the 4 kings to help us out. And so 8 of diamonds, thanks Bay JMB. That's almost, if I tried to say that like, Bay JMB, Bay JMB, Bay JMB, that's almost like a tongue twister. All right. So anyway, we've got the king, king, and king, and these guys are going to be helping us find your card. Now, if you had read the title of the trick, it is a 4-for-1 switch. So what I'm going to do is wave my hand over these 4 kings because they are our helpers. So 1, 2, 3, and I don't know if you can tell, but now those 4 kings have transformed into 1 card. And this 1 card, if I fan, is going to become 4 cards. And now if I show you that 1 card, it is indeed the 8 of diamonds. And those 4 cards are indeed the 4 kings. That, my friends, is 4-for-1 switch. You can just call me Bay or Bailey. Oh, okay. I don't usually like to make assumptions. So now that you've told me that Bay is short for Bailey or something. But actually, when I first saw your name and I saw like an M after that, I was thinking, oh, Baymax. But no, Bay makes sense. Thank you kindly for the claps. Feldon Kane, the keyboard grinder, checking the gaff meter. And thank you for the mind blown Bay. Actually, if we used that earlier, I could have been like, "Hey Bay," like for for today's theme. Okay, all right. So let's see here. Next up, we will do twisting the aces, but actually, we don't have to use the aces. Although I guess for the purposes of the integrity of the trick. Oh, you know what? No, we're gonna use the queens. You know what? Because the follow-up is French twist, so we'll do it this way. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats. Feldon King. Keyboard grinder. Checking the F meter. Alright, okay. So, I was going to start the trick and then I realized we're not sharing magic screen. So, okay. So, here we have the 4 queens. Actually, I'll have them face you guys. And we want to do something interesting with the queens. We want to turn them all face up, 1 queen at a time. However, I'm not allowed to just flip them over like that because they don't want to be flipped over like that. So we have to do it in a more subtle, magical way. So if I hold the packet and I give it a magical twist, that will turn up one of the queens, in this case, the Queen of Hearts. Now don't break your gaze, this is the part that gets people. The Queen of Hearts will be turned face down, and another queen, the Queen of Clubs, will be turned face up after I do that magical twist. Because now, if you take a look, there's the Queen of Clubs, and the Queen of Hearts had turned herself face down. Now if I hold the packet and give it another magical twist, that will turn up the Queen of Diamonds. I know, is that strange? That's very strange, right? And now if I swear the Queen of Spades is a little bit shy, and so here, I'm going to show you that all the cards are still face down. Even if I give it a magical twist, she doesn't want to turn face up because she is a little shy. And so, even if we give 2 magical twists, yo, some people are like, you just gave it 3 magical twists. And I'd be like, alright, you can do arithmetic, that's fine. But look, nothing happens. So you know what? We need to make sure that the Queen of Spades is very comfortable. And who better than to make her comfortable than the deck sock? Guys, if you've got the deck sock emote, go ahead and throw the deck sock emote in chat now. Because I think the deck sock, yeah, the deck sock can make anybody feel comfortable, right? The soft, luscious. I don't know what the thread count really is, but let's pretend it's like an 8,000 thread count sock, right? Like that's so soft. Like, woo, says AJ. All right, and now here we go. Let's go ahead and show the Queen of Spades the thread count. And that, my friends, has gotten her to turn face up. The magical sock! All praise the sock. Yep, praise be unto the deck sock. And go ahead, take a bow, deck sock. Thank you. Whoa! Zeolus, thank you kindly for the Final Fantasy VII fanfare. I vaguely remember putting that one in because it was 777 because of crazy sevens. I believe that is the first time that anybody has used that here. So ever. I mean, it's been there for like many months, I think. Like, I think I put that in like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 months ago, but I think that's the first time anybody actually used it. Aside from like the time I called it out and said, hey, I just added this. So thank you, Zeolus. All right. Thank you kindly for the claps. Felden Kane, check the gaff meter. And thank you for the fanfare. And that was indeed well timed. So thank you. All right. So next up, we will do the French twist. So now that you saw the standard version of twisting the aces, the French twist is normally done as a variation of twisting the aces. Normally the trick is done using aces, but for today we're using the queens. And so I actually follow up a version of a trick that I do where the spectator gets to choose a card, and then I follow it up with twisting the aces, but I just use whatever four of a kind that matches the card that they chose. Because if I did it with the aces every time, it just wears away at the aces, and so I found that the aces would just get worn so much because they just get used for every trick. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you French twist. So once again, we've got all four queens, and I want to do something interesting with these four queens. I want to, actually here, maybe I should just demonstrate. I think the best way to do this is just show you with one card. So if I have one card and I shake the packet, one of the queens will turn face up. That's probably the best way to do. So here, let me demonstrate. I'm going to hold the packet. If I give it a shake, that will turn up one of the queens. In this case, the queen of diamonds. Now, once again, all four cards are face down. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I hold the packet and give it a shake, that will turn up one of the queens, the queen of clubs. Once again, if I show you all four cards are face down, all I have to do is hold the packet, give it a shake. That will turn up one of the queens, in this case, the queen of hearts. And then finally, we have one more, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards all face down. If I hold the packet, give it a shake, that will turn up the queen of spades. Now, that is how you have 1, 2, 3, 4 queens, and you hold the packet and give it a shake and turn each one of them individually over. However, we have one more trick that we can do with this. If I spread the deck, I'm just going to show you right now, they're all facing the same direction. But if I go ahead and I cut the queens into the middle of the deck, and I hold the entire deck and I give it a very vigorous shake, that will excite them enough to turn themselves over. Because now if I show you, there are 4 cards face up, and they are all 4 queens. And that, my friends, is the French twist. All right. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats. Bay, thank you for the applause. Feldon Kane, thank you kindly for the claps. All right, so Bay, I think that hopefully answers your question about the twisting the aces. So I know at least those two variations. I know some more, but those are the two I think that are the most prominent on my trick list. So, and yeah, I love the Sleight that powers these tricks. So that's my favorite Sleight. So I really enjoy performing those. And then next up we have a trick requested by Checking the Gaff Meter. Thank you kindly for the requests, everybody. And so this one, let's see here. How do we want to do this? Okay, all right, let's do it like this. Okay, so this trick I would normally perform if I had a spectator and I could have them hold the cards with their fingers like this. I actually performed this trick over the past week in real life. So let me just go ahead and grab. I don't know. Let's use the red sixes because why not? Okay. So we have the two red sixes, and if there was a spectator here, we could ask them to hold out their fingers and hold the cards like this. Okay. So that's, but I'm just going to use the box because I need like a little platform just so that I can show you what's going on. Okay, so first things first, the name of the game is to try and remember which card is on the top, okay? And so if you don't remember, that's okay. They're the two red sixes. So if I have the six of diamonds, you must have the six of hearts. All right, and so here's how the magicians will swap out the card. They would actually insert this card in between your fingers, line it up exactly with the other one, use their other fingers below to pull it out, and they do it so fast that you won't be able to, perceive it, right? But so if I have the six of hearts, you must have the six of diamonds. Excellent. And so now we'll swap it at speed, and this is why I need the box. So here we go. So I'll swap it once. We'll swap it twice, and then we'll swap it. Oh, sorry, we'll place this right there. So now I ask them, would you be impressed if the heart was on the top and the diamond was on the bottom, or would you be more impressed if the diamond was on the top and the heart was on the bottom? And then I wait for them to respond. You guys don't have to tell me, but if you want to just think about it and just come to your own conclusions. And then when they've decided which one would be more impressive, I tell them to turn their hand over and just turn all the cards over. And now they're left with blackjacks. And that, my friends, is a trick that is known as two card Monty, but it was actually created as a trick called Be Honest, What Is It? And it was actually made famous by David Blaine. If you were younger and you saw his Street Magic special, this is one of the tricks that he would do. And he basically made it famous, so it was pretty good. Thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter, Feldon Kane. And thank you for the emotes, checking the gaff meter, and the 7th century. But yeah, as a kid, I remember watching that TV special. I had like an interest in magic, but I never thought I would be doing it, right? Like, that's kind of, I think, what a lot of people think about. And then for like 30 years, I never like touched. I did two magic tricks in elementary school. They were card tricks, and then I never did anything for like another, I don't know, 24 years. I didn't touch magic again, like realistically. And then I got back into it. And I'm like, well, I can't say I got back into it. I actually got into it for real, and now here I am. Like, thank you kindly for the claps, Felden Kane, 7th Century. All right. Do you know any more David Blaine tricks? So I mean, that's a trick that he made famous, but uh, I've seen some other interviews where he performs other tricks, but I know enough about the card magic that they're not really like his tricks. A lot of them are tricks that he does it in his shows, and he might do like variations of them, but like there are other tricks. So I don't know if any of them technically qualify as David Blaine tricks, to be honest. Any specific people that brought you into magic? Great question. All right, let me know when back. But let me see if there's. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I can't say yet. Hmm. Let me just quickly check a thing really quick. I have a magic spreadsheet where I have like many of the tricks that I've learned. Let me just see where David Blaine's name shows up. I'm tempted to say it may not show up that much. Uh, let's see. David Blaine Street Magic. Oh, actually, wait. Hold on? Do I know how to do this trick right now? Oh, oh, it's that trick. Okay, okay. So according to my notes, David Blaine did create this this trick that I can do right now. Hang on. Uh, let me see. Let me see here. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna get an off menu trick because 7 Senshi. Okay, of course, the second you start answering. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. I believe I know this trick. We're just gonna. Wait a second. Did I remove all the jokers? All the jokers here? Oh. Oh, there's the other joker. Okay. All right. Let's see. Bay JMB says, of course, the second you start answering, it's an ad break. Yep, I know. That's why I said, let me know when back. Back from ads. Yep, totally understand. Okay. So while you guys were away, I looked at my magic spreadsheet. So I have a magic spreadsheet that has like other magic that is maybe almost all of the stuff that I've learned. I've learned a lot more stuff than I've kept in the spreadsheet. But I looked for David Blaine's name, and I do know a trick that is attributed to him. Um, and so I think I can do this one. So I was just getting ready for it. And then, so for 7th Century, I do know at least one other David Blaine trick. So let's go ahead. I'll do that one. And then Bay JB says, any specific people that brought you into magic? I'm going to say I would say that I was probably the primary driver of getting me into magic. Um, so prior to getting into magic, I had a couple of different hobbies, maybe a lot of different hobbies. I don't think that's unusual for like nerdy, geeky people. Like I get into a lot of stuff, but some people don't keep up with it or whatever. So I was into solving Rubik's cubes, which that kind of fits the bill. I only know how to solve the 3 by 3 by 3 cube. Um, and then I got into lockpicking, which I know that I discussed kind of recently with 7 Senshi, and we even talked about it on stream. And I did like that half an hour of lockpicking on stream, like was it a month ago now or something. And after lockpicking, because lockpicking is kind of tough to bring up randomly, like when you're out somewhere, because it's like, I'm into lockpicking, and you don't know if you're in a state where they have laws against lockpicking or something. I'm like, oh crap. Like, so I needed something that was like a tactile hobby that I could just bring up anywhere and wouldn't be illegal in some states. And so I was like, magic. And I like magic, and I was watching some magic trick videos, and I'm like, wait, there's so many free tutorials. I could do this. This doesn't look that hard. And after the experience lockpicking, I was like, hey, I can lockpick. If I can lockpick, I can probably do magic. And so I was like, let me try and do magic. And now here we are. So that was probably the instigator. After that, I did like, I found some like magicians who ended up becoming like, I wouldn't say like idols to me, but like I really respect like the work that they did and they put into magic. And so, and then I met real people, real magicians. So, and then, Seven says, "Yeah, I enjoyed watching you do lockpicking. Awesome. Yeah, so maybe I can find new locks and try and pick them if that becomes a thing." Bay says, "I love lockpicking as well. Awesome. Yeah, it's a cool skill." I had to use mine the other day at work because a key got stuck. Oh, dude, that sucks. Yeah, key getting stuck is a little bit worse than actually, because then you have to work to try. But I actually used my lockpicking skills in the wild like 2 months ago. I did tell the story on stream, but the short story is a friend of a friend, actually a friend of my wife, her son got locked keys that belonged to that lock into a box that then the lock got put on. It was like, and it wasn't theirs. It was like a kid's like escape room thing, and so it was like a month, and they were like, yeah, just go ahead and get the lock cut off and replace it to her, and then she found out that I used to lockpick, and I was like, I'm willing to give it a try. You wanna? And so we arranged to meet. She brought the box, and I tried to pick it for a couple minutes, and then the library opened, so the kids went to do stuff, and so once the room emptied, I opened it in 2 minutes, and I was like, okay, I still got it. It was good. So yeah. The keyboard grinder says, "Oh, I want to learn lockpicking. All right, Winston, you let me know when you want to learn, and I can dedicate some stream time to it. If you would like to learn, get a set, like a lockpicking set. You can get cheap lockpicking sets off of, well, I don't know, you're in Canada, so I don't know what prices are, but like from here down in the United States, you can get a lockpicking set for like $20 USD. So um, get a set, and then when you're ready, let me know. Even if you don't want me to do stream time, maybe we could like, meet up on a Discord call or something. So I love teaching lockpicking. so so anyway, Seven Senshi says, "Me growing up and watching spy assassin films gave me some interesting interests. Yo, and Double Triple, welcome in. How's it going? I think magic is illegal in Afghanistan. Hi. Yeah, so the good news is I don't travel to Afghanistan, but I'm told that trying to show magic to some other cultures is kind of nuts. I actually met somebody here in the United States, a Chinese woman, and she had not lived here that long. And I think after I showed her like one trick, she freaked the hell out because she was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" And I'm like, I think I had to tell her, "Oh, this is sleight of hand. This is not real magic," because that. And I just realized that, oh my God, I literally freaked the hell somebody out, and it's just like, "Oops, I didn't know." And it was just like a card trick. Like it wasn't like I was doing anything crazy. I wasn't like divining, deities or anything. So that's really cool. Oh, guys, we're not following our friend Double Triple. Please give Double Triple a follow. Double Triple, in real life and just chatting streamer, but um, lives in rural New Hampshire and talks about a lot of different topics. I forgot when I was lurking in your stream, Ron. I think it was like 3 weeks ago. I wasn't able to stay long. I basically hopped in, and then I was like, "Oh, Ron's on," and then I couldn't stay, but I'm like, okay, so levitating, yeah. Bay says one time in high school, we were doing the play The Three Musketeers, and we're using swords. They were locked up, but the director lost the keys, so she looked at me and my best friend and said that we need to get those swords, and I don't want to know how you get them. 5 minutes later, we had the lock picked. Yo, awesome! That's so cool. Well done. Uh, Double Tribbles. Thank you. You're welcome, Double Tribble. My pleasure. I don't. I think I mentioned this to you before, Ron. I am from New Hampshire, so like before I lived here, like in this general greater area, I lived in New Hampshire. So it feels like a lifetime ago because it's literally over 20 years ago. so so it's been a while. And actually, I was never an adult that could drink in New Hampshire. So I guess that. Okay, sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah. So I was going to do a trick. This is an off-menu trick. And all right. So let me see. 7th Century, are you still there? So you're the one who requested this David Blaine trick, and I think if you're on desktop, I would like you to select a card, and the way that we will do that, you're there. Okay, great. So, all right, excellent. So we have a deck. All the cards are different. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a mix here, and then we will have you click directly on the screen, and a heat map should present itself. So go ahead and click directly on a card, and hopefully it will mark it with a heat map. The keyboard grinder says, "Looks like I can get a lockpick set on Alibaba for cheap." Yeah, so if you get one, try and get one that has a clear acrylic lock, and then you'll be able to see the internals. And so let me know when you get it, because I can explain more stuff to you. So you let me know, and then if anybody else is interested. All right, so it looks like we have this card no, this card selected right here. All right, so and it doesn't matter that I know what card this is, so I'll just reveal it to chat, and we can all take a look at it together. And here we go. Ace of Diamonds. So Ace of Diamonds is 7th Century's card. Now, if you were here 7th Century, what I would do is I'm going to go ahead and I would take the Ace of Diamonds. We could sign the Ace of Diamonds as well, but for the purposes of this right now, let's go ahead and put the Ace of Diamonds right there. And if I snap my fingers, that would bring the Ace of Diamonds that could be signed back up to the top. Now, 7, if you were here, I would ask you to put out your hand, and I'll place the Ace of Diamonds into your hand. And for me, I have, let's see here, I have the Queen of Spades in my hand. Okay. And now I'm going to have you hold the card, if you were here, hold the card tight. And I'm going to just transfer the spirit of the cards. So remember, you had the Ace of Diamonds and I had the Queen of Spades. But I just transferred their spirits. And so if I take a look, I now have, this could be signed, the Ace of Diamonds. And you now have the Queen of Spades. And that is a trick called Here and There. And I believe that is by David Blaine. So there you go. And that, my friends, is the only trick that I think I know that is attributed to David Blaine. So, whoa, it says 7th Century. All right, so 7, if you have seen other people potentially do this trick, there are some crazy outcomes. So, like Shin Lim does a version of that where the card that he puts in your hand actually goes in your mouth, and then a card appears in his mouth, and actually, oh no, sorry, he puts a card in his mouth, but the cards switch places in your mouth. And I'm like, yo, that's a baller version of this. Like, yeah, I know, right? It's so cool. It's so cool. Wait, I want to see that. Wow. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm not just gonna randomly put a card in my mouth here and not like have somebody else that I can swap the card with. But rest assured, Seven, if you were here, I could do the in the mouth version. That sounded so weird. But you know what? When is it gonna be more appropriate on stream 169? I'm talking about putting cards in our mouths. All right. Sorry. Okay. Let me see here. Thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter, the keyboard grinder, and all right. Okay. Awesome. So there we go. I think. Hold on. Do we have another question? I think I am caught up right on chat and. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah. By the way, any of the regulars, if you guys are interested in lockpicking, you let me know. Actually, maybe the best place if anybody wants to continue lockpicking. I have a Discord, and in my Discord there is a lockpicking channel, and so uh, just so that I don't have 50 disparate people messaging me later. Probably best if you just join the Discord if you want to talk lockpicking. We can talk lockpicking in my lockpicking channel in my Discord. So that will probably be the easiest. But yeah, I. So the awesome thing about lockpicking, I live in New York State, and in New York State, it is perfectly fine to have the tools. It's perfectly fine to do things on your own locks. And I was even comfortable bringing my tools to a restaurant or a bar and showing my friends how to lockpick while at the restaurant or bar. So I know that the legality is good here, but in other states such as Ohio may not have such laws. The way that I describe it to people, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but like I describe it to other people, just owning the tools in Ohio, you could be assumed to be guilty until proven innocent, kind of thing. And then like Tennessee, one of like the states where you can like open carry the most dangerous knives of knives. It's just illegal to even own lockpicking tools unless you are a locksmith. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, from what I understand, I don't want to speak exactly for Seven, but from my understanding, Seven got exposed to it at a convention. Was it TwitchCon or was it a different convention? Magfest? I think you mentioned Magfest, and uh, and that's where you got a chance to pick locks, right? So. Oh yeah, and you did tell me about the bobby pin TSA lock. Yeah, that's right. So well done. Oh yeah, the keyboard grinder. Yes, yeah. Check to see if it's legal in Canada. I don't know about Canadian laws. Number one. Number two. Uh, Even if something is illegal in Canada, if it's legal here in the United States, and you don't, the onus is on you to check and know, because the United States companies will probably still ship it out. The one argument that I will say, and this is not coming from a legal place, but just an anecdotal, this is what I know thing. Um, my guess is that it's probably legal in Canada to own the tools because one of the biggest lock picking online sites is based in Canada. So that's the only reason why I know that is probably okay. But then again, province laws may also still apply, and they could be different, and they might be in a different province. So, still safe to check. You should still figure out your legality. And oh yeah, Seven said yeah, meant to lockpick class at Magfest. Okay, so I did remember that it was Magfest and not TwitchCon. I should probably know if it was like a TwitchCon like class or something. I would be like, yo, that's what I'm going to at TwitchCon. Not that I need the class, but it would just be fun to hang out with people. All right. Taking a quick ad break. All right. Let me know when back, and then I will do a finale trick. So, oh yeah, let's do a last call. Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna do a be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I'm back. I hope the ad break is over. Presumably so. Back. All right. Got myself some more tea, just in case we get a last minute raid. Okay. Let's see here. Oh yeah, let's clear this. I think the one I want to wrap up stream today for the finale, we will do Picasso Aces, because I love the effect. And it's one of my favorites to close stream with. Okay. All right. So I don't think I see anybody put anything in. So let's. I'm gonna unpin this. We'll close the queue, and we'll start wrapping up. So thank you everybody for coming out and hanging out with me tonight. I know. Wow, I have this weird part in my hair right now. I'm trying to use this as a mirror, but actually I don't use my stream as a mirror because I have it actually as you guys would see it. Because otherwise I wouldn't see how it actually looks, and that would look backwards. But it's everything is so. When I put my right hand, it's actually I see the left hand. So, all right. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming out and hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for hanging out after time traveling. I know time traveling in the United States can be really tough for anybody who does not observe a daylight savings time or standard time. Yeah, we just gained an hour, which is good because that we got time. I hate it in the spring because we lose an hour, and that sucks. So, um, but thank you to everybody who interacted with the stream, whether you chatted in chat, did a sound alert, threw up some emotes, chose a card, picked a card. Oh, sorry, choosing a card and picking a card are the same thing. Choosing a suit, clicked on the heat map, requested a trick, any of these things. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun for me. Thank you to all the lurkers out there, because magic, one of those rare art forms where if I'm just practicing magic at home, there's no magic happening. The magic has to happen in your mind. Um, and also, if anybody is concerned about this being real magic, I perform sleight of hand. So no black magic, no sorcery, no deals with the devil. This is all sleight of hand. But if you still don't believe that, that's okay. Perfect cover story. So let's see. Keyboard Grinder says, thank you for the stream. Double Triple says, thank you for the stream. Felden Kane says, thank you for the stream. Hawk6 Phoenix has a heart. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Um, So, if you guys want to see more of me and I'm not around, check out my YouTube channel. I have over 340 magic tricks up there, and we're going to be trucking our way to. I think my next trick goal is like to have 365 magic tricks on my channel, because then I could do one a day. Like I could, and it would be crazy. But I just hit 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, so definitely give me a subscribe there if you haven't. And I'm planning to go all the way up. Also because I'm unemployed, so anything I can get from the YouTube or the Twitch, I would totally appreciate. So, um, Bay says, "Amazing stream. It was great. Awesome, Bay. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it." And also, thank you to let's give some mod love to our mods. So, thank you to Gibson Lens. If you are not following our friend and mod Gibson Lens, please give him a follow. Pianist. Composer, has composed a bunch of his own originals, released his first album earlier this year, and has also inadvertently become a movie critic. So definitely give him a follow, check him out. And also, if you are not following our friend and mod, Chan the Magic Man, who's helping me out earlier today, definitely give Chan the Magic Man a follow. He is one of the other few magicians on Twitch that has a regular magic schedule. Give him a follow and catch him on Mondays. He also has created his own music, mostly funk dance music, and so he also has those in his streamer song list. So he uses streamer song list and has magic tricks, but he also has music in it. If you catch him other times, he's doing retro games, community games, or playing Grand Theft Auto or something. So definitely give Chan the Magic Man a follow. If you want some more magicians, there's, as far as we know, 4 of us on Twitch that have streamed pretty regularly, so check out that link. There's me, Chan the Magic Man, InfoXZar, and Hallowthorn. So if you don't know about all 4 of us, there you go. That's all 4 of us. Let's see here. All right. And I think, oh, and thank you to everybody who supported today. As I mentioned earlier, I am currently unemployed, so any little bit of support, ha, pun intended, I greatly appreciate and enjoy. So thank you so much. So, um, and I also appreciate any raid. So thank you so much, 7Senshi, for the raid today, and thank you, Alstro Art, for the on-screen celebrations and the gigantic emotes. And thank you for the resubs, Scalesers. And thank you for the raid, Artsy James. So greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys. Okay. All right. So, I think that's it. So did YouTube? Oh yeah, Discord. If anybody wants to hop in. So I usually only have this one on my schedule. If anybody wants to catch my ones where I start, just like I don't know if I'm going to be streaming during the week or what it's going to be. So if you want to know what it is and when I'm going live, that's probably the best way. But otherwise, yeah. So we have one finale trick to go, and I have to get it ready. But oh, if I don't perform the trick to my satisfaction, I don't like ending stream on a trick that I mess up on. So if I don't do it right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do another finale trick. So, all right. So let me see here. Here we go. Oh yeah, when I ran upstairs during the BRB, I I refilled on my indigo tea. Look at how blue it is. That's a blue tea. Is that cool? That's so cool, right? I love this tea. All right. Anyway, so this trick, Picasso aces. I just want to show you that this is a blue backed deck. Now, these aces, I don't want you to believe that they came from this deck at all, because these are red backed aces. And so here we've got the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. Now, with these 4 aces, I'm going to do something interesting. Now that you are unemployed, do you still call them boss tricks? Yeah, double triple, great question. Yes, I'd still call them boss tricks. Boss is not denoting the fact that they are my employment boss. Boss is denoting that they are a difficult challenge, like in a video game boss. So yeah, I still call them boss tricks. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and place the aces over here, and we will leave the ace of spades, the separate one, up front here. And so this trick is in the family of tricks where it's called an ace assembly. And so we're going to try and assemble all of the aces together, but magically. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each pile, like so. But Ron, good question. Thank you for the question. But hopefully that answers your question. And we'll square up. And now we will magically try and transport each ace up there. So you can still see that the ace is over here right now, but it's just up until the last second, because all I have to do is grab the ace, not physically, but spiritually, and exchange it for one of those blue cards. Because now if I show you, there's actually no red backed card here. They're actually all blue backed, and if I show you, there's actually no ace in here. Now, before there's only one red ace, right? But now if I show you, there's actually going to be 2. See, 2 red, 2 blue. Double Triple says, I wasn't aware of the game meaning of the word boss. Too old, I guess. Oh, okay, Double Triple. Yeah, if you haven't played video games, so the word boss in video games usually is intended to mean it's a difficult challenge at the end of a stage or level that you might play through in a video game. So, um, yeah, that's that's probably the best explanation I can give you. So I call it a boss trick because when I mess up, then it becomes like my boss. It's like my nemesis until I get the trick right next stream. So that's kind of what I use it for. All right, once again, we can see that there's an ace here. However, all I have to do is just grab it, not physically, but metaphysically, and exchange it for one of those blue cards. And I don't know if you know, it's already gone, because look, all these are blue. And if we take a look at them, none of them are aces. But before there was 2 and 2, but now if I show you now, there's actually 1 blue and 3 red. I know, crazy, right? Now, some people believe that there's some shenanigans afoot, and to that I would say, yup, you're watching a sleight of hand card magic stream. But here, let me show you. If I go ahead and I take this ace and I place it here, you'll be able to see it from the back. And if I show you on the front, you'll also be able to see it on the front. But all I have to do is do that crazy thing where I just swap with the final blue card in this pile. I can now show you that all of the backs are blue. And if we take a look at all of the faces, none of them are aces. And now if we take a look at this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 red backed cards, and they are the ace of diamonds, the ace of spades, the ace of clubs, and the ace of hearts. And that, my friends, I will call a successful finale for tonight. Double triple. Thank you kindly for the applause. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you kindly for the claps. Feldenkane with the I am clap, but that reminds me of the peanut butter jelly time meme. Thank you kindly for the claps, Bay and Winston. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And actually, if you have never seen that trick before, I'm glad that I could show that to you because, as I said, this is one of my favorite tricks to close with. And actually, Bay, yeah, if you are familiar with the sleight that powers the twisting the aces, heavily used here. Hopefully you can see, but it's like great. When I first saw this trick, I'm like, how the hell is this trick done? And then I proceeded to do everything in my power to learn the trick and slash or reverse engineer the trick because I was just like, I have to learn it. It was so good. So good. So yeah, even now to this day, there are tricks that I see and I'm like, oh my god, that's so good. Even if I'm like, I know it can be done, but it's still so good. Like anything else, like I sometimes get the question, does knowing magic take away some of the wonder of magic? And I think to some extent that's probably true in that I'm like, okay, I know what's possible and what's not possible with cards, for example. And at the end of the day, I know so much about card magic that when I see something that I'm like, no, that's not possible, that's still like, that's arguably more amazing to me, right? Because I'm like, how the hell can that be done? Like, right. Um, so anyway, all right, friends, let's find somebody to raid. Bay says it makes me appreciate really good magic because of how much skill it takes. Absolutely, yeah. Like, I know that there's a bunch of musicians in chat too, and like, the thing is, knowing how a piece of music is played, right, doesn't necessarily make it any less meaningful if they hear and see somebody else perform it. It's not like, oh, like most of them aren't like, that's not how I would do it. My way is superior. And whether that's true or not is usually irrelevant because most of them are just like, oh, that's cool. I like how they handled that part of the song, or I liked how they did that difficult chord transition or something. I'm not a musician. I don't know. I don't talk about these things. But like in magic, we have that same thing, right? We can see other magicians, they perform a trick, and it's like, ah, I like how this person handled this transition from this part of the trick to that part of the trick. I liked how this person presented this part of the trick. I like how this person ended the trick, right? And it's like you can ask a lot of the similar because music and magic are kind of like performing arts, and it's just how you express the trick and how it entertains people and how it evokes emotion or wonder, or it's different in what it elicits, but it's similar in that the purpose is arguably the same. um Hawk 6 Phoenix says, my favorite trick to request here is the one that I know how is done, says Hawk. Yeah, that's a perfect example. So like Hawk knows how the invisible deck is done, and yet Hawk requests it and Hawk likes it, right? Like that's a perfect example. So thank you for providing that example, Hawk. And so yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like, and it's good that I remember and know that that's the trick that Hawk likes. So yeah, all right. So let's find somebody to raid. And I just realized a lot of the people that I would normally raid on Sunday nights are here. Because, like, I would raid Winston, I would raid Seven Senshi. I would, so I've got to see who's on. Let's see who we could raid. Bay says, I love seeing different people's presentations on the same trick and seeing how a person makes a trick unique for them. Absolutely. Bay, that's a really great way to put that, because one of the reasons why I will watch many different performances of a trick, especially if I'm trying to reverse engineer a trick, is that different presentations or different handlings means I could learn more about it by figuring it out. But now that I know enough, I can appreciate the differences. It's like I can see why this person handled the cards this way for this purpose, and then I can see why this other person handled this way for this other purpose, right? And it's just like, whoa, like that realization opens up to somebody that knows a lot about card magic for card magic. Um, but yeah, I can see how that works out. Okay, sorry. Let me see who is streaming and who we could stream. Let me see here. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I have ever rated this person. Oh, hold on. I need to find my stream spreadsheet. By the way, not surprising that I have a stream spreadsheet. Huh. Okay. Let me see what they're doing and how long they've been going for. Whoops. You guys might have just gotten a slight preview there. Hmm. Let me see who. So surprisingly, there are not that many. Oh, actually, we might owe a raid to this person as well. So we've got a couple. Oh no, we don't. Okay. Oh wait, this says just chatting, but it looks like they're playing a game or watching a movie. Okay. Are you guys back yet? I mostly just I need to respond. I think I was saying something to Bay, but then back. Okay, and then the ad break happened. So, um, oh yeah, I was explaining that I love watching different people's presentations or performances of tricks, because then I get to see different handlings, how people handle certain parts if a sleight is difficult or something, or a workaround, or multiple different performances might help me like reverse engineer a trick. But then like I can see how people present a trick or how people end a trick, and these are like really helpful, especially for like fueling the creative process and stuff like that. So all right, it looks like I think I found a actually, or we can rate this. Do we want to rate a gamer or music? So I've got a DJ or a gamer to raid. Double Triple says, I did a magic trick on my last stream. Double Triple, you did a magic trick on your last stream? All right, I'm gonna have to. If the VOD's up, I'll find it. All right. Okay. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm waffling over who we should raid. Actually, there's a music, but not DJ. And actually, I don't think I've rated this person. Hold on. Oh yeah, we've never rated this person either. Okay, cool. All right. I think, and they've been going for. Oh, they've been going for a while. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and raid my DJ target. I know we've raided a bunch of DJs in the past month or so. So, okay, let's go ahead and raid. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop some raid calls. If anybody wants to follow along on the raid, you can copy this if you're not a sub, and then you can copy the sub raid. So we are going to raid into a DJ called Goddess Ravenna. And Goddess Ravenna actually, I think, was lurking in somebody's stream that I was in or modding, and then accused me of being a bot. And I was like, "Are you a bot?" And it's like, I think we determined we were human. So I was like, "Oh, okay." So we're gonna be raiding Goddess Ravenna. There's if you're left behind. Let me start it. And I've lurked in there a couple of times, and actually, the 2 times that I lurked, I did not say anything because I wasn't gonna hang out long or stay. But Goddess Ravenna DM'd me or whispered to me, so I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's go ahead and just this time we're gonna come in. So this yeah, it's just a chill hangout DJ stream. I've liked some of the music that I heard, so I was just like, all right. But mostly because of that weird interaction, I'm like, so I kept on going back. She she just she just whispered me, and I've been in in her stream for like maybe 40 seconds, maybe a minute. So anyway, all right. Okay, guys. Great seeing you tonight. Thank you for coming to hang out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Remember to hydrate. Remember to stretch. And remember to get good sleep because we all know how hard it is to get good sleep. So, all right, everybody take care. We'll see you guys around. And, all right, thank you for the magic, says Keyboard Grinder. And peace, says Double Triple. And there we go. All right. Bye, guys. Bye. Have a great night, says Bay. You guys have a great night too. You have a glorious night. All right, see ya. Technical Gaff Meter says bye, bye.